Morning, good morning, good morning. I'm gonna wait for you guys to start logging on. Whew. I'm gonna wait for y'all to start getting the notifications. I see one person. Um, hey John Anderson. Hey Letitia. How y'all doing this morning? Hey Monica. Hey Teresa. Boss Lady. Diane. Kimberly. How's everybody doing this morning? Checkmate. How is everybody doing this morning? I'm doing good. I am. I'm doing good. It is such a beautiful morning. Did you get my text? No, I didn't get it, Monica. Did you text me or did you email me? But I checked. I don't remember getting an email either, though. I'll have to relook at my phone. Okay, I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna go and check all my messages. Hold on, you guys. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I had to check my blood pressure before I got it is perfect. Like I said, that was scary. I never had issues with my blood pressure. But I had a machine. I did and I'm happy I was able to check it the other day when it was off the chain, but it is perfect. Um yeah, happy Friday. It's like happy Friday. um hey too pretty Miss Kitty. So what's going on this morning? I love getting on. I mean, this morning it is so beautiful. I think what I'm gonna do is grill me some stuffed bell peppers. And I like to grill them. And y'all, it's so good when I love grilled food. I love it so much. I just do. I was out there getting my grill ready, child. I'm gonna take 30 days off and just kind of recoup, just kind of chill for 30 days and look into my sisters and I got so much stuff that we gotta go through as far as paperwork. My dad kept everything, like everything. So we've been searching through a lot of stuff, and good thing about it is that he kept everything in order. And um I'm talking about like the small stuff. Like he kept everything. I'm telling you, he did. Um, I feel better because you do. I love them too. I need a grill. Oh, I I love it's a storm coming. You might want to wait to fire that grill up. Oh Lord. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. But hey, I love it when it rains though. But dog, uh player code, you just rained on my parade. You just rained on my parade. So what's going on, you guys? Y'all know I was looking at it's morning Tamara and Chad. I was looking at some stuff this morning and I was looking at like uh, for some reason the news media is overlooking the fact that they'll talk about it, but it's like it's not like really worldwide news, or they don't talk about it a whole lot. That more and more serial killers are starting to pop up, and they don't talk about it because black men and women are being affected by it. Okay. I was looking at down in Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, about 5 months ago. There was a serial killer on the loose and they finally caught him, but they did not give it a lot of media attention and stuff because it was um, black men and women. Even though they had activists and stuff up there talking to, going crazy, talking about, these black men and women are going missing. They did not give it a whole lot of media attention. And as I said before, when I used to cover, I guess it's something that goes on throughout the state of Missouri. Because years when I was covering those black girls going missing down in St. Louis, Missouri, their families was coming. They was traveling, but St. Louis is only like 4 hours away from Memphis. They was traveling from Missouri to Memphis. Okay, they was traveling from down there to Memphis to talk about their kids because they was like the Missouri media had covered it maybe one time for like 1 minute, okay, and then that's it. So they had to travel to like independent medias and stuff to get their stories and stuff out. He a white man. They don't cover that. Hey, I am She Johnson. Hold on, you guys. Hold on, y'all. Actually, they had thank you, Nene Loyal, for the like how they had Gabby Petito on our screen. Right. They had Gabby on our screens every day. They had that Natalie Hollowell. She went missing over in Aruba. They had her up on the screen every single day. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna get ready to show you guys.
Right now at 5, more charges filed against a suspected serial killer after another murder in Kansas City, bringing his alleged body count to 7. Prosecutors say a key and a pack of cigars helped connect this suspect to the crime. I'm Christelle Bell.
I'm Kevin Barry in for John Holt tonight. A distinctive crescent moon facial tattoo also played a part in all of this. The victim's neighbors remembered that unique feature of the visitor turned suspect. So Fox 4's Jacob Kittelstead joins us live now from the Jackson County Courthouse, where Jake, the suspect, is already connected to several deaths throughout the metro.
Well, that's right, Kevin. KCPD was investigating this homicide. Meanwhile, prosecutors in Wyandotte County were already connecting him to the shooting deaths of 2 people that happened back in October. This victim death happened in November. Police responded to the Brush Creek apartments on November 5th, finding the body of Stefan Johnson, a man reported missing 3 days before. According to court documents, he had a gunshot wound to the back of his head and was found inside of a closet, partially wrapped in blankets. Neighbors told investigators that they remember seeing this man around, 26-year-old Perez Reed. One woman said she recognized him from the news as the arrested serial killer from St. Louis. That arrest happened 3 days before KCPD discovered the body. Wanted on warrants out of St. Louis, authorities grabbed him as he got off an Amtrak in Independence and got on a bus. Agents found a .40 caliber handgun on him and quickly matched it to shell casings found at multiple homicide scenes in St. Louis. They also found a key, which opened the lock to Stefan Johnson, the victim's apartment. They also found a debit card issued to Johnson. Police say Perez bought cigars with the card from a Walmart. A wrapper and tip were found at the victim's apartment where, according to court documents, Perez left DNA evidence. Finally, forensic gunshot comparison determined the gun carried by Perez, already connected to the St. Louis deaths, also matched the bullet that killed the Brush Creek apartment victim. Again, this is the 7th shooting death that is now connected to Perez. In these latest developments, he's charged with quite a few new charges, the most serious of which is first-degree murder, and prosecutors not giving any indication into a possible motive in the court documents released today, Kevin.
Yes, he was a black man. Now, that happened 10 months ago. Then there was another serial killer. Hold on, I want to show y'all this. Hold on, you guys.
A warning to our listeners and viewers. We begin today's show with a story that includes graphic details of sexual violence. On October 7th, a 22-year-old Black woman in Excelsior Springs, Missouri, escaped from a white man who she says held her captive in his basement for nearly a month, whipping, torturing, and raping her repeatedly. The woman fled and knocked on a neighbor's door for help after the man left the house to take his son to school.
This particular man targeted Black women, and the police ignored it because they were Black women. Okay? The police ignored it because they were Black women. One finally escaped. Like this is happening everywhere, but I don't know what it is about. Like I said, this has been happening for a long time down there in Missouri. It has. And I remember when I was covering those cases down there in Missouri with those Black girls that were going missing. Hold on, you guys.
Residents in Missouri are criticizing police for what they call inaction to reports of missing Black women in the area.
Yeah, this is all surrounding a case from a few weeks ago. A 22-year-old Black woman escaped from a man in Excelsior Springs who she says raped her and kept her hostage in his basement for a month. That man, Timothy Haslett Jr., is facing multiple charges, including kidnapping and assault. Now, an article by the Kansas City Defender is claiming that residents in Missouri had been raising the alarm about Black women going missing in the area weeks before the woman was found. At the time, the Defender reported that the Kansas City Police Department called the rumors, quote, completely unfounded.
Ryan Zoel joins us now. He is the founder and editor-in-chief of the Kansas City Defender, an online publication devoted to reporting on the Black community. Ryan, thanks so much for joining us. Can you give us more details about what residents had been telling police about missing women prior to October 7th when the victim was found?
Absolutely. First off, thank you all so much for bringing me on here to talk about this incredibly tragic situation. It's truly horrifying, quite honestly. And the people that actually initially made these reports and these testimonies of missing Black women were here where I'm located in Kansas City, Missouri. Just for clarification, it was the people here in our community in Kansas City that were making these initial reports that Black women were both missing and potentially being killed, specifically on a street called Prospect here in Kansas City. And we also reported on that. We talked to numerous people in our community who said that missing Black women were, being snatched off of this street called Prospect in Kansas City, Missouri. And despite the fact that we reported it, despite the fact that numerous community members were also raising the alarm about this issue, the Kansas City Police Department, without contacting us to see where we got this information from, without reaching out to anyone in the community whatsoever, without reaching out to any community leaders, our Kansas City Police Department responded 3 days later and said that the reports that we made were completely unfounded without doing any type of investigation whatsoever. And of course, as you all mentioned, about a month later, after the police department said that those reports were completely unfounded, this woman from Excelsior Springs who escaped from this man's basement said that she had actually been picked up and snatched off of Prospect Avenue here in Kansas City at the exact same time period that we said in our reporting, and that people in our community were reporting that Black women were being snatched from this street called Prospect. And so the most troubling aspect of this entire situation is, number one, that our community is not being listened to, specifically Black women. That is what we find to be the most disturbing aspect of this situation, is that we made these reports. We, raised the alarm multiple times, and our police department quite literally silenced the alarms that people in our community were making.
Ryan, I want to follow up with you on that. And for viewers who may be not as well versed, there are two police departments that we're talking about here: Kansas City, Excelsior City. Excelsior City is where that woman was found, having been held hostage and other terrible, terrible things. The Excelsior City Police Department responded to claims that they ignored reports from the community about these missing Black women. In a statement, they say, "We have checked with law enforcement agencies in the Kansas City metropolitan area, and there are no current missing persons reports which correspond with the evidence examined so far in this investigation." Ryan, I also read your most recent report where you took on Kansas City's police department for what they had said before, those completely unfounded rumors. And it still says that we do maintain that there's no indication that what you guys reported was accurate, even after this woman was found. And we should also tell our viewers that there is the possibility that there were other victims that are still being investigated. How do you account for both what you've heard from these police departments, those statements, and also, do you feel like even after this has come to light that these reports are still not being taken seriously?
Absolutely. I think that both of those are excellent questions. And quite frankly, to us in the community, with the police department maintaining their position that what they initially said, that these reports in the community were completely unfounded, even after this woman who escaped this situation said herself, she's the victim. And she said herself, she got picked up off of Kansas City, this street called Prospect in Kansas City. And so for the police department to continue and say that the reports of missing people from this particular street were completely unfounded is honestly a slap in the face to the people in our community. It once again just drives their credibility down, quite frankly. And it's once again just very troubling. And I think that the primary problem here that we see is that in that statement that you just mentioned from the Excelsior Springs Police Department, where they say they don't have any missing persons reports that correlate the two, what we can look at is that the woman who actually escaped did not have a missing persons report on her. And so she was still from Kansas City. She still got picked up off Prospect where people said she was missing, but she did not have a missing persons report. And so there could be numerous other women who are missing, and the police department should be willing to look into their cases and investigate, even if a formal missing persons report is not filed.
Do you think they owe you an apology?
I mean, not me. I think they owe the Black community at large, and especially the Black women. I mean, this woman was tortured in this man's basement for over a month. Multiple women potentially have also been killed. I think they should be apologizing to the families. I think they should be apologizing to the Black community at large. And I really don't know how they regain trust and credibility in our community. And so what we are doing on the ground is we're establishing our own infrastructure, our own public safety infrastructure and missing persons databases so that we don't have to rely on the police department to do that for us.
I like that. I like what he's doing. And I'm going to tell y'all something. There was this case down in Iowa many years ago where this young boy went missing, and his mother, he was 12 years old. He was a paper boy, and his mother, Kansas City Police Department. And that's what I'm getting ready to get to, because it seemed like to me, since they're not wanting to file reports on take reports, or they're not taking this seriously, it's somebody within the Kansas City Police Department working with, because I know a lot of times, I mean, they never said whether these women are working the streets or not, because I know oftentimes with any police department, if they think that a person is working the street, I've seen it. I've seen it when I work with Memphis Police Department. I've heard officers say, yeah, there's a serial killer, but they're only killing prostitutes. Are you serious? Prostitutes are human beings. Okay. So, but this young man never said that these women were prostitutes. So what we have is what they had was I guess a serial killer, and they did not notify the Black community. They did not take reports. They did not take it seriously because it was only Black women going missing. Now, when I was doing research on that case down in Iowa, from many years ago, where the young paper boy went missing, what happened was it ended up exposing like a human trafficking ring that started probably before the 80s, but definitely around like 1981 or something like that, where kids and stuff were being snatched up and this was a young white boy, and the Iowa Police Department would not cooperate, okay, with the mother when he went missing, when the paper boy went missing, and he was only like 12 years old. And come to find out later, the police chief was involved with that human trafficking ring. They was paying the police chief to hide quite a bit of stuff as it related to abducting young girls and abducting young boys. Okay. And so what ended up happening was the mother just kind of went far and beyond with getting exposure herself. The human trafficking ring she went and hired. She ended up hiring a PI who was an ex-FBI agent, and he ended up exposing, because he knew what to do, that like a whole government ring. Okay. And they ended up poisoning him in the very end, because so many high-ranking officials, to include all the way up to the White House, was involved in this stuff, you guys. So that's the reason why I say it's very important. They have the low-hanging fruit. I'm talking about like some of these guys that we see now, that's getting into human trafficking. It's one thing when a woman want to sell some ass. That's if she want to do that, and she's a woman hey, she's grown or whatever. Hey, morally, I guess, it's something wrong with it. But hey, if somebody make a decision that they want to sell some tail, then hey, it's their decision to do that. But when you start snatching up folks, you start forcing people into human trafficking, you start targeting children like a lot of these human trafficking rings and stuff are doing. That's an absolute problem. And the issue with that is so many people are targeting children and stuff because they have clients. They are in contact some kind of way with through the record labels, where these record labels are in contact with these millionaires and billionaires. So they all get together. They get these damn fools, these black ass fools, some of them that you seeing on YouTube, okay? They get them to get to I guess target a lot of these young girls and young boys in our community. I don't understand what's wrong with black people. So I guess there is a person that's, I guess it's like the mediator that stands between them and that millionaire that's trickling them some crumbs. And what happens is a lot of these, when the FBI do bust, they always kind of get the low-hanging fruit. These thugs that ain't never had a damn thing, that's actually the one out here that they're setting up to go and snatch up these kids and stuff. They so black, these black men so stupid, it's ridiculous, okay? And these millionaires, if they can get away with it, okay, then they snatch up somebody's child or somebody's daughter or somebody's son and put them into human trafficking, or they're sold off to some of these millionaires that want children. Sometimes they end up going to another country, okay? Organ harvesting and things of that nature. And the sad thing about it is a lot of our black men know when they're out here, like I said, they're the low-hanging fruit. They getting the crumbs and they go, and which they should go do life or be dead once, okay? For what they're doing. But the reason it's so bad is because what they're doing, what the FBI is doing, is they're getting the low-hanging fruit. And because a lot of these people are so powerful, when they get the low-hanging fruit, like these little thugs or whatever, these gang members or whatever, they scared to say anything because they already know that if they give up who the real person is, their families and stuff is left behind. So they end up doing all these busts, they get them. And so what happened is the person that's doing the recruiting for whoever these millionaires and stuff is, okay, they just end up going to get another group of fools, okay? Right, sex trafficking to poor countries, covering it up. And so you have to be very, very careful when you see a media that won't cover certain things, okay? Because number one, what people don't understand is the media is owned, okay? Not by the government. It's a production company that is a company that is a production company owns that. And the way that the production company is able to soar, is able to stay on air, okay, is by advertisement. So this is one of the reasons when people start talking about, well, why don't they talk about, I'm going to use another example, what the pharmaceutical companies are doing to us and how we take medicine for one thing and it ends up destroying something else in our body. It fixes one thing and destroy another. Well, every time you turn on the TV, what do you see? You see some type of pharmaceutical commercial where they're promoting some type of medicine. They pay them millions and millions and millions of dollars for advertisement. They're not going to let their anchors get on TV and talk about what the pharmaceutical companies are doing to the people. They're not going to let somebody like Dr. Sebi was, or let a herbalist get on and give you the cure for whatever your ailments may be. They're not going to promote that because it is not in their interest to promote that, because the pharmaceutical company is paying them millions of dollars. Okay, so they're ultimately bought out. And so I said that to say this: who own these damn media companies? Well, you can't get a media to talk about a lot of black girls that are going missing. You can't get a police department to take reports, you have to start looking at the head of that police department, and you have to start looking at who owns that media company on that news network, right? And who is funding them? Because a lot of times when these damn fools are out here getting crumbs to destroy their own community by snatching up little girls and little boys and helping to put them into human trafficking for these billionaires that are freaks and love children, who these billionaires are more than likely, paying a lot of these media companies to make stuff go away. They might be paying the chief or something like that. Or whoever, or the mayor, whoever appoints the chief, to make sure that there is no big fuss made about a lot of these women that are going missing. Now, that dude that over down there in Kansas City, he was just a serial killer. He didn't have a damn thing. You could tell by the house he lives in, but we don't necessarily know who he was connected to. He had that woman down there for a month, and he was torturing her, and he was raping her and things of that nature. Who's to say what happens after he gets tired? That's not the first woman he did that to. People do what they are normally comfortable with. When you see people violating other people, it ain't something that they just started. Okay, I could tell just as good when a person is used to violating folks, because they don't know how to stop. They think they're so comfortable in it. They think they're clever enough to never get caught. And then when they think they're getting ready to get caught, they start panicking and messing up. And they think, no, I can't stop. I'm too used to violating people. I got to send one of these fools to their house so I can kill them, I guess. Okay. Wonder if the child knew. Okay. So much underhand stuff goes on. Folks getting paid under the table. I know a native doctor in Nigeria that can cure everything. I witnessed his work. Right. God put everything we need into the earth. Everything that we need is in the earth. He gave us everything. I'll never forget. I've been looking for that video. I cannot find it. There's this fruit called the graviola fruit. It's also called the soursop fruit. And it is over in Mexico or somewhere. The United States sent their pharmaceutical companies bought some land over there, and the Hispanic, I believe they were speaking in another language, but they was recording how the American pharmaceutical companies sent their people over there to start cutting down those trees, because people had started to find out that their fruit was eating up cancer. Every now and again, they have their fruit imported into New York, but you don't really see it a whole lot, right? But they've started trying to kill out their fruit because their fruit kills cancer. That's something that they never want us to know about. Because the pharmaceutical companies got the media so paid off, you ain't gonna hear nobody get on national media and talk about the graviola fruit, because the medias are bought out. So that's the reason why I say, even when people talk about the news, I work for the police department forever. Okay. I work for the police department forever. I don't necessarily believe anything the news media say. That's the reason why I say I'm gonna wait it out. Even when the news media put it out, I'll say, oh, okay, well, let me just see what's gonna happen after that. I work right down there in the midst of that stuff. And I would be on the other end of the phone when the news media would call when there was a breaking story, y'all. They cannot give them a whole lot of damn information. Now, I take my hats off to Jeremy Pierre, because Jeremy be out there on the pavement, okay, talking to people, trying to talk to people that know in those neighborhoods. That's why Jeremy is able to get quite a bit of information when people will secretly tell him something, right? But even Jeremy can't promote, can't talk about a whole lot of stuff, right? But I would be on the other end of the phone when people would call, and they would go, when the media would call and say, we just heard on the scanner that there was a murder, or blah, blah, blah. What's going on? Can you tell us the name of the investigator? No. Well, can you tell us something? No, it's still developing. Well, we're getting ready to go live in 15 minutes. If y'all don't tell us, we just gonna have to fill in the blanks. So that's the reason why a lot of times when I would be looking at the news, they would have the damn names wrong. they knew they would be flat out lying because they was filling in the blank. So just because it comes from the news media don't necessarily mean that it's true, because in a developing story, they can't necessarily tell you everything, right? And a lot of times they'll have some truth mixed with a lie. Okay. But they have to do their job. Check out Guinea hen weed. That's an amazing herb to have, just like soursop is. Okay. We got to stop these shootings, especially killing our own people. That's what the powers that be want. That's true. And we got to start participating in that. That's the reason why I'm so serious about, why I'm so serious about these Black women and stuff consistently going missing now. They used to target young Black women, and still do, in children, because they prefer children, because these billionaires want to, that's in these other countries, they're saying, now this was years ago, if somebody could they have a catalog, right? I'm gonna tell y'all how these human trafficking rings work. They have catalogs, these millionaires, right? They give them catalogs of how they want their children to look. Like they'll say a 6-year-old girl, okay, with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you can snatch up a 6-year-old child, because they love children that they consider virgins. If you could snatch up a blonde hair, blue-eyed child, now this was years back, okay? You can get $250,000. We'll pay you $250,000 for that child. And so what they have is they have a bunch of human traffickers, this human trafficking ring, and these guys actually sit out in like parking lots and of grocery stores or any place of schools and things of that nature, and they search for children that have similarities or look exactly like how these freaks want them to look. And they'll go, oh, this child look like what this person right here will want. We're going to snatch this child up. Y'all, this is exactly what's going on. So in a world, it's sickening. And I never thought that I would ever live to see so many Black men getting so involved in this stuff. Okay. And then when it's time to go down, that's the reason why a lot of these, when the FBI start zoning in, one thing I got to say about Trump, folks can say what they want to. I don't care what they say. One of the reasons why they was mad at Trump is because Trump is vindictive. Trump, I guess they backstabbed Trump, and Trump opened up the bank on him, and Trump started, it was a bust every week. As far as the human trafficking ring, he already knew, because he had been a part of that system, who it was that was trafficking these girls. That's the reason why he was consistently firing FBI chiefs. If he felt like they wanted to go against the grain of what he was trying to do, because he meant he was going to take them down, because he was vindictive, and these celebrities and stuff was pissed off at him. As much work, as many calls, as much as I have been involved in this stuff, I already know what he was doing. He was arresting them. He was busting up them human trafficking rings. And the millionaires was mad at him. Okay? But you don't hear the media talking about that. They'll say, well, Trump was a human trafficker. Okay, who he trafficked? Tell me who he trafficked, because all I know is he paid a grown woman for some ass. If he paid $100,000, I mean, shoot, I thought prostitution was against the law. They ought to be arresting her too. She took $100,000. I mean, I don't know a whole lot of women that wouldn't take $100,000. I mean, because a lot of these women selling ass for 20. Okay. She took it, so she ought to be the one arrested. But he was mad at them. And so he said, I tell you what I'm going to do. Black folks ain't never been able to get no damn money. I'm better open up the doors of the church on them. That's the reason why they had to put senile ass Biden in office, to go after everybody, to make sure that he put black people. That money, he had that money circulating. Black folks ain't do what they were supposed to do with it, because what they were supposed to do is, if you gonna get it, you know damn well you ain't got no business. Why don't you go open one? Okay, even though I think that if you didn't have one, that's still, lying on the application or whatever. But by the time they circle back, if they circle back and get you, you already got a thriving business. You can pay the damn money back. Instead, you have folks going to get asses. The fish houses and the steak houses was closing early because they couldn't even keep a damn steak or shrimp in the fish houses. Folks that ain't never had a damn steak in their life was going eating steak every single day. Okay, the seafood restaurants stayed packed, and then they would close early because niggas that had never even had a damn lobster in their life was eating lobster every day. Okay, and then the money ran out. Okay, and now they back in the projects. Okay, they was going buying houses. Okay, that done went into foreclosure today. Bill got him head, so now they are him. But as far as, and people don't like to, she talk about Trump. I ain't never seen a bunch of grown folks that's so pitiful. She don't think like me. We gonna harass her. Okay, if we have a difference of opinion, because your opinion is different than mine, I ain't got nothing to say about nobody who has an opinion that's different than mine. I mean, that would make me an emotionally unstable person. I can't deal with the fact that somebody don't believe what I believe. I'm stable. I really am. It's a lot of unstable older people. Okay, they locking them up and putting them in prison. Okay, so they had to hurry up and indict Trump because Biden has messed up the economy so bad. Folks was gonna vote for Trump. They was going to vote for him. So indicting him, that would disqualify him from running for president. They had to do something quick. Okay, because they need Biden to stay in the White House and be senile and do whatever they say do. Okay, y'all voted for Biden. I didn't vote for him because I already knew he wasn't shit. Okay, I never voted for him. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I started to watch politics, and this is something that my dad and I disagreed on. I said, well, Dad, you taught me politics. We disagreed on this because he meant he was gonna be Democratic 100%, right? But I think my dad didn't necessarily, he was always against Republicans because he felt like Republicans wanted to destroy unions. Okay. But I watched Biden. Biden was, when I found that interview that Biden had did when he was running for office in the 60s, when he first started running, and he said it would be a disaster when they was talking about segregating schools. He said it would be a disaster for his children to have to go to school with Black children, right? But because the medias are so bought out, they didn't put that out there during the campaign. See, this is what I'm telling y'all about medias. When they bought out, they'll just black stuff out, right? How come Biden has been in politics for almost 100 years? Biden was one of the reasons that a lot of these productive Black men, along with Bill Clinton, folks love Bill Clinton because he screwed Black women. That's all it takes. He's a good Black man. Is he attracted to Black women? I don't know a damn white man that ain't attracted to no Black woman. Black women are beautiful. They are very exotic. Black women are the true exotics. We let them change that up. The Mexican women, the exotics. Now, Black women always been the exotics. That's what they called us back in the day. If you know your history, Josephine Baker was able to go over to France in the 20s and become a rich, famous dancer because white folks had never seen her, and they was very intrigued by a dark-skinned woman dancing on stage. They called her the exotic. African women have always been the exotics. We come in all colors, we come in all shapes, and we're the exotics. But I hear black women saying now, you know, I had wished I was an exotic like the Mexican. You the damn exotic. Okay? But they let Bill Clinton make a fool out of him because he liked to screw black women. And what he do? He had a black child that had a hard life. He wouldn't even acknowledge him. Okay, looked just like him. Just because he liked to screw black women. The slave masters, I don't mean no harm to the white folks that's on here. I love everybody. But the slave masters have been screwing black women and children from the beginning of time. It ain't nothing fantastic about that. Love is love, okay? But it ain't nothing spectacular about that. What did he do for black people? Okay? Now, so what Bill Clinton and Biden did was they got together and they got some cuckabug head black preachers to give them the green light because they didn't know a damn thing. They just wanted a seat at the table. Well, the black preachers okayed it. Well, they went and got the cuckabug heads who wanted to say that I sat at the table of the White House. They didn't know what they was okaying because they was going to do it anyway, but they wanted to be able to destroy the black community and say, well, we did it because the black preachers said do it. Okay? And they did that 3 strikes bill. And the 3 strikes bill would have been okay if they were striking out hardcore criminals. Hell, if they was out there committing all kinds of crime, then if they was killing folks, it should have been 1 strike. Hell, you take your ass to jail and you ain't getting out no more. But instead, it was a 3 strikes bill where they was putting people in jail for life for misdemeanors, and they still in jail to this day. And all Bill Clinton was doing, because Arkansas is right next to Tennessee, was his brother was the biggest drug dealer in Arkansas, Bill Clinton. And he wanted these black boys off of the street to take the competition off of the street so his brother can run it. Okay, that's all he did was took the competition off of the street. It ain't nowhere in hell that no black man should be in jail for selling weed on that 3 strikes bill. But Biden had the opportunity to correct that. He was the vice president. He's still been in government all this time, and he the highest official in the land right now, and he still ain't reversed it. Y'all vote for him. Y'all keep voting for him. I never did. Okay. Y'all keep voting for him. I never voted for his senile ass. Okay. It ain't no reason for black men that was running red lights on traffic tickets, on misdemeanors and things of that nature. It ain't no need for them to be in jail doing life. Make him reverse that. How come he ain't reversed it? But yet you got these hardcore criminals like that damn white man down there in Kansas City that probably ain't gonna do life because they didn't give a damn about him killing black women. No way. Okay? They ain't even want to arrest him. Okay? The man was on the when he was on the campaign trail, he said, unlike African American people, Hispanics are diverse. Then his people came back and said that was a misstatement. He didn't mean that. And then when I mentioned that on my show, I had black people calling me, well, tell me, you know, we need him. Trump had them racist people voting for him. Y'all think racist people ain't voting for Biden. The people that's funding Biden is racist. Okay, that's we see the condition that we are in now. The first thing Biden did, and I hear folks say, well, it's still some grants out there, was he stripped all of the minority grants. Okay, he stripped it or he made it extremely hard. And it's a wide range now because white women are considered minorities. So what happens is the white men still getting all the grants to start businesses. They just got their wives getting the businesses in their name so that they can get the grants, and we still ain't getting shit. We on YouTube talking about some bullshit, okay? That don't even really matter anyways. I'm not talking about these cases. I'm talking about a lot of other stuff that don't matter. I know what you did last summer. Okay? That he sure did. He took the money from the HBCU, historically black college. I'm gonna tell y'all what's happening now. As I've always said, our communities, we're the ones that spend the most money as far as these nail shops, because I go get my nails done every 10 days. I have to do it, my nails and toes, because I work like a damn Hebrew slave. And I said it's something I got to do for myself. Hell, okay, my house and stuff, that's a necessity, but my nails and toes, I need them done because I need some solids. Okay. But what's happening now is when you go into the beauty supply stores, what's happening is the Asians have partnered with the Hispanics. And once they make all the money they can make, they go back to their country and they're selling. I'm starting to walk into beauty supply stores now, especially some of the ones that I've been going in, and I go, y'all knew? Or do you work here? No, we're the owners. Hispanics are taking over nail shops and they are taking over beauty supply stores. But you can't hate on the Hispanics because they get together and pool their resources and they go, well, this is going to be a family business, and the Asians teach them the game, okay, and sell their shops to them. And then we'll get mad. Well, the Asians won't tell us nothing. Well, we can control that. We'll tell the Asians, look here, we ain't gonna come into your damn beauty supply store. You're gonna go out of business. How about that? We could make them sit down. We start messing with their money, have a seat at the damn table. Look here, you done bought the beauty supply store now, but we need we're gonna need some black folks to work up in here, business-minded black folks. We wanna, we're gonna want to buy this business because they sell those businesses, they keep them for a little while and they go right back to their country. The lady that I was going and getting my nails done, okay, she had a Hispanic girl working in there for years. And I went in there like last week, like the week before last. I said, and I was just making short talk with her. I said, you know what, you've been working here for so long, you can open up your own nail shop. Because I saw all of her brother and sister started working there about 2 months ago, and they was quietly doing it. She said, oh, I do own the shop. I said, when this happened? She said, last week she retired. I said, she didn't say she was going to retire. She said, yeah. Oh, she's been training me for this for 3 years. I've been saving. It's a family business now. She done sent for her Hispanic family members from over in some country in Mexico. She told me the name of the country, and they in there working. Okay, they done went and got their nail license or whatever. They in there working. She said, oh, she trained me for this. And I said, well, how old are you? She said, 26. Now, she done worked up under the Asian lady for 3 years. The Asian lady made all the money she can make. She said, now she's gone back to Vietnam. Okay? She's gone back to Vietnam. So she's going to go live good. She done got rich in the United States, sold the business to a Hispanic, a 26-year-old Hispanic girl. She done brought her family over, got them licensed. They working for her. And that's how she said, it's our family business. Now they're going to build the business and get rich. Okay? But black people can't do that, because as soon as you start, oh, that's a black business, we gonna go kill her. She trying to make more money than us. Motherfucker, you ain't even got the wherewithal to do what a lot of people do. That makes me mad as hell. Folks sitting up taking people out, and they ain't even got to get up and go to do what a lot of people do, to have what they have. All they know is they just don't want to see nobody else with it. Okay? And so I said that to say this. We're going to get on back to the missing children and stuff, because I get mad. People get mad at me when, well, you talks about the Black community. If I didn't talk about us, I mean, I'm tired of people putting a pacifier in our mouth. The truth of the matter is, yes, there has been a lot of things to happen to the Black community. They target the Black community to keep us off of balance, but it don't mean that we got to stay off balance. They would target any other damn community, especially the Puerto Ricans, to keep them off balance because they consider them Black people. They just won't let them do it. Okay? But instead, Black people get mad, and then when they want to push an agenda, they bring their asses to the Black community, finesse the Black folks. We all family. Okay. We gonna be out there protesting for gay rights. Okay, well, it ain't nothing wrong with that, because I feel like, gay people, ain't nobody got no business killing gay people. But do you see those same white people and Hispanics and things of that nature? What about reparations? And don't let nobody tell us we shouldn't be getting reparations. The Jews getting it, and Hitler did something to them over in another country. Okay? How come they ain't rallying with us? Oh, no. Them same damn Black preachers that was sitting at that table with Bill Clinton and Biden, helping them to create that, they weren't helping them to create nothing. They were just sitting at the damn table saying, because they was glad to be sitting up with the president and all of these other officials, and they helped to further put the Black community in the hole so they can run back to their church and stand in the damn pulpit and hoop and holler and say, God then took me before kings. Okay? I'm gonna have to calm down because I've already been checking my blood pressure. So when people get mad at me for speaking the truth, I don't give a damn. Somebody needs to talk about our community. This shit got to stop. Look at how these folks terrorize on YouTube and getting mad because they get ready to take their asses to jail. And they got white people behind them on that. Them white hackers done taught them how to hack and then told on their asses. But Black people want to destroy so bad. They just have, I hack into her phone. I hack into her computer. I know her mama name. Motherfucker, that's going to cost you. I can promise you. Okay? And the white hackers that taught you going to be the witnesses. Okay? Putin is cleaning out the sex trafficking, money laundering, and drug dealing people headquarters. But it's a darn shame. I go back to the nail shops and stuff, and I'm going to go back to this, okay? Because I always talk about this because I spend a lot of money going to get my nails and toes done. Don't y'all know each and every time any of us go into a nail shop, we spending from $97 and up. If I'm real, I went in there one day and I don't know what in the hell got. I guess they had Happy Gas going, because I ain't never in my life spent $140 on no nails and toes. But I was like, let me try this, let me try that, let me try that. These folks banking, and they set right up in the Black community. They come and post up in the Black community, and you can't even take your child. I was sitting there looking one day. I went into another nail shop that I used to go to. And I stopped going to it. A girl had her daughter in there that was selling those chocolate bars. Y'all know, like those almond bars that the kids sell when they're in school, like the almond, the chocolate, the dark chocolate. Y'all know when they have to sell their candy and stuff, right? And the girl asked one of the Asians, can my daughter got some chocolate bars? She was talking to him. Y'all know what I want. Like they was cool because she had been coming in there every other week getting her nails done for years. I was looking at the owner of that shop when they said, no, we have someone we buy our candy from. She said, y'all won't buy. She said, well, can't y'all pay $1 and buy candy from my daughter? She trying to raise some money. No, we have somebody. They have their own network of people. They only buy from their people. She was going paying them folks $100 every other week. And they couldn't even buy $1 candy bar from her child. And it seems like Black people are okay with anybody coming and hijacking the Black community as long as it's not another Black person. And this ain't nothing against, I'm not advocating against no other race. We can't get mad at them because they stick together. The African Americans are screwed up, okay? Because when the Africans come from Africa, they say, well, you know, the Africans don't want to be with us. They don't fool with us now. They go open up their African shop. They ain't suffering. They go open up their braiding shop. They go into the African store and buy all kinds of clothes they have on the African attire. They make their money braiding and they go back to Africa and build a house. I know, because the African woman that braid my hair said, oh no, we just over here to work and make money. We having a house built in Africa. I ain't gonna have to work no more when I go home. They stick together because that is what the slaves did. Okay. When you start talking about these Italian families who are, you know, it was a slave port in Italy. That's the reason why you see a lot of Italian women with hips and stuff, because their ancestors were slaves. You know, a damn Hispanic ain't nothing but a Black person. Okay, with a little something else mixed in them. But they stick together because they got that from the ancestors. They just messed the African Americans up. Okay. And so then people get on here to, well, you know, Black men had it hard. Nigga, you won't even get your ass up and go to work. Okay? So it's hard for me to feel sorry for you. I'm a Black man. I deserve respect. You don't even take care of your damn family. Who gonna respect that? Everybody want to wear the crown, but they don't want to do what's necessary to wear it. Whether it be a man or a woman. And then when they see somebody else wearing it, they get jealous. We're going to try to tear that up. Or we're going to expose them. You can't expose no damn body. Hell, folks ain't scared of they damn past. It ain't none of your damn, how come you ain't tell nobody you did this? Bitch, that ain't your damn business. Okay? Folks have their nose and stuff. A lot of people are in Lakeside right now. That's the crazy house. Because they worried about somebody else. Okay? We get on here and we talk about a whole lot of stuff. And I'm very passionate about the Young Dogs case. But y'all think I'm going to get on here and fight about the Young Dogs case, even when I hear these folks on here lying about their case. It don't make me mad. You know why it don't make me mad? Because Young Dogs case has already been solved. If you don't believe me, you just keep watching. They know who was involved in watching those that have not been gotten. Why are they sending these damn fools out to constantly do what they doing? And so I'm passionate about the Young Dogs case because it needs to be solved. We all want justice in totality, and that's already for an appointed date and time. But because this was a Black man that was doing the darn thing, he was popping this stuff, and folks was jealous of him and took him down. When it's all said and done, that's all it was. That's it. That's all. And so Young Dolph is a victim of so many other victims of what we see in our community every day that ain't even been killed. You got folks plotting to kill other people because they great. Oh, they great. We got to kill them because then we could talk. We'll be the only ones talking about missing person. Then you fuck nigga, you'll never be the only one talking about missing persons. Okay? But that is how our community is. They get jealous of greatness on somebody's life. And guess what? You can't stop what God has planned. You can't stop it. If it has been predestined or preordained, no devil in hell can stop it. And that's what Black people don't even know. And so that's the reason why I got to talking about last night, how they, these folks be up under the influence of drugs, because you got folks on here on meth, they on heroin, on all of that. They played the system so long it's easy for them to say, well, I did it when they get caught because they already caught. But I was on drugs real bad. That ain't working no more. Okay. Because these folks been watching some of these folks long enough to know that they manipulative and how they done played the system to get out of shit. Okay. But these folks ain't crazy as they try to act like they are. Drugs ain't got them that messed up. Because like I said, listen, the Iranians can stay open all day long. All day long, all night. The Iranians don't close. And you don't ever see a young black fool that's up under the influence. It's very seldom you see them run up in a shop to mess with these Iranians and these stores. That's because they ain't no damn fools, brain fried and all. They know that them Iranians ain't what you want. Okay. Now, man, fried, just been in the meth lab 7 days, brain fried, falling all over. Just brain is a damn fried egg. Man, let's go rob somebody. The Iranians open. Oh, hell no, we ain't going up in there. Because they gonna get out they machete and they gonna get out they bombs, because they got bombs, they grenades. Hell no, they gonna kill us all because the Iranians gonna say, come on, motherfucker, we all gonna die. I want to go get my 7 virgins. Oh, hell no, we running up out of this because they gonna kill us all. Okay. We gonna go to Miss Betty house. She 80 years old. We gonna rape her and kill her and rob her. That's the reason why a lot of these black boys, as much as I want to save these young black boys, they got to be stopped. They up under the influence, but they ain't that crazy. Okay. And they got to be stopped. So Steve Mulroy, I told y'all, I've been saying it for months. People don't want to listen to me as if I don't know what I'm talking about. Hell, I know what I'm talking about. I said, y'all, these boys better be careful because they talking about the damn death penalty. Did I not say that? I said, they get ready to fry y'all. I said just last week when I talked to one of my friends downtown, and he said, oh, you ain't gonna have to worry about it. He was talking about somebody in this Young Douse case that ain't even been arrested. He said, you ain't gonna have to worry about that because once they start talking about sticking his finger in that plug, he gonna talk. Okay. I've been saying it for months. Y'all, they talking about the death penalty on these young boys. Get y'all children. Okay. And what does Steve Mulroy say? We get ready to start putting the damn death penalty on the table. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Somebody. Well, nothing. Okay. But this stuff is crazy. And so black men that are supposed to be protecting their communities and building up their communities feel like the only way to build up and here's another thing with our community. We feel like the only way to win is to try to destroy somebody else. We in competition. I ain't in no damn competition with nobody on YouTube. YouTube don't pay me enough money to be in competition with nobody. I don't eat crumbs. And what I make on here is crumbs. And so I think it's pathetic that you see people like Tasha K and all of them, they have amassed a lot of wealth from YouTube. Okay. And people can make a lot of money from YouTube, but the stuff that these folks are doing, y'all thinking that they're going to win, y'all would not believe it. Okay. Okay. Anytime somebody is comfortable enough with snatching up a child, and I don't care what their race is, because you got people of all races doing it. And the reason why I talk about black people doing it is because that's not something that black men did back in the day. They used to, the FBI and the police used to could profile a person by the crime that they did. If it was a serial killer, it was always a white man. They'll say he's a white man, probably from his 30s, based on the crime, his 30s to his 30 to early 40s, or a white man from a teenager to 25 years old. If it was a serial killer, he was going to always be a white man. If it was human trafficking, it was always, they could always racially profile a person based on their crime. Now they can't do it no more. Okay? And I'm not saying anything bad about white people or any other race. Okay, but if I talk about my race, you know I'm gonna talk about everybody else's race. It don't make me racist. Hell, I'm talking about my own race too. But black people have become like heathens. Also, they involved in this. It's a lot of stuff. When a person killed their whole family before the police got there, they would say that's more than likely a white male. Now you pulling up on the scene, it's a damn black fool. Okay, we didn't do stuff like that. Okay. It don't make no sense what is going on in our community. And then people get mad when you tell the truth. Well, yeah, I'm a human trafficker, but you ain't got to talk about black people is like that. I'm a black man's. You destroying your own community and our children, and you feel like you're supposed to wear a crown. No. And if the black men was right, okay, if they was right, you'd be it ain't no reason in the world that a person that's terrorizing the community, whether it's in the hood or not, especially if he's a sexual predator, it ain't no reason in the world that no black man should be allowing that person to walk in that neighborhood. How come that person ain't handled? Okay. That nigga supposed to be scared to even look up at a child because he already know what's gonna go on. So that's why I say our community, and then they get mad at black women, talking about these black women, talking about they strong. Can't even talk, strong. Well, that's because black women ain't got no choice but to be strong. Hell, if she wasn't working 2 jobs and feeding your damn kids, they wouldn't eat. Put us in a position to be strong black women and then get mad because we are strong. Okay? I guess you're supposed to roll over, let the kids starve, not clothe the kids, not pay her bills, none of that. Okay? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I had to pour me. Oh, there you go, Rimster. I had to pour me another cup of coffee. Y'all know this is morning coffee. Y'all probably already had y'all coffee. I drink coffee all day. Whew. And I got me some of that skinny flavor, the vanilla flavor. Real deal, Lee. You telling the truth about it. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I never understood, and I'm not saying this because I got cousins in the street, how the laws could be set up for a drug dealer to do 30 years and somebody that has molested a child go and do 30 days. Okay, or they do less than a year. And that's why I say we have to watch a lot of these politicians, because these politicians get in, folks run for office so that they can change laws. Okay, that's what they do. especially if they're already pedophiles. We don't know who these people are when we falling in love with them, but their work should speak for itself. And it's their work is speaking for themselves because they ain't doing a damn thing but keeping the Black community in bondage with the help of Black people. And so people get mad at me when I say that. Well, how you gonna say that about a drug dealer? No drug dealer ain't got no business doing no damn 30 years, and a pedophile and a sex rapist and a murderer can get out in 2 or 3. It's something wrong with that. Okay? It's something wrong with that. Because one thing about a sexual predator, it's a sickness on the inside of them. They don't change. They almost have to be taken out. Okay? You trying to tell me that just because somebody got how many other keys they got, okay, they should go do 100 years? And I've seen people come through that police department. I told y'all about how there was this one case many years ago where this girl had met this guy. She had a 6-month-old baby, and she went to work. The baby wasn't none of the guy baby. It was her boyfriend. She went to work and left her baby there with the man. She moved him up in the damn house with her, didn't know him like that. And when she went to work, he tried to penetrate the 6-month-old baby and tore her open. And then went and got needle and thread from the Walmart and tried to sew the baby back up after he tore the 6-month-old baby open. Y'all trying to tell me that nigga don't deserve the death penalty? Then they get mad at the police because when the police got there, they whooped his ass. Cat raggedy. And so you had people talking about, well, the police didn't have to do him like that. Yeah, but what about the baby? Well, yeah, what he did was wrong, but you know he's still a human being. We hate the polices. They should have whooped his ass. They should have broke his damn neck. But people get so caught up in whatever it is that the media promotes, they forget about what was really important. And I'm not I guess legally it was wrong, I guess. But hell, what the police didn't do, the community should have did. Instead, you had people trying to talk the community into protesting against the police because the police whooped his ass and he had to go to the damn med because of what he did to that baby. Because a lot of those officers, when they made the scene in that baby, they was crying because the girl got there and saw what he had did to a damn child. They should have whooped her ass because she didn't have no business bringing a man around her child that she didn't know. Okay? But that's why I say, y'all, people don't take our community seriously because look at how they can influence us. It was police brutality. Yeah, the police do Black people's is wrong. They start making the him into the damn victim. When the truth of the matter is, he needed his ass whooped. He needed his. They should have. Don't. Okay, Lord, stop me. Okay, because I get to thinking about. That baby would never be able to have a baby. Okay? So I don't care when people, get mad at me because I say we need police. Do y'all really think we could live in a lawless society? Don't y'all know the only thing that stopped these people castrating him? That's right. They should have castrated him. He should be in jail right now with no penis on him. Okay? Folks around here killing people because they are great. If you want to kill somebody, how come they ain't taking them out? Those are the ones that need to be taken out. But instead, in our community, we're destroying future leaders because we're jealous of their greatness. Ain't that something? Young Dolph had the personality to lead his people out of bondage. He figured out the recipe because the record business ain't nothing but Pharaoh. And God says, Pharaoh got to let my people go. So God will start raising up people that's brave and bold enough to do that. You figure out what the record industry is doing. Don't get caught up in that and start teaching it to other little dudes that's in the community. And y'all kill somebody that did that because y'all jealous? No, that's the reason why I stay on the top of these niggas' heads. Okay? Christ, right. That person really don't need to be alive because we had a case where they broke into this lady's house. I believe she was 90 years old. Some young dudes in their 20s. And don't y'all know they raped that lady? They beat her, they burglarized her home, and they raped her, y'all. And these were young boys in their early 20s. Okay. So that's why when people say, well, you know, these are, you know, because I do believe in the future of the young adults. If we can save them, we got to start being proactive. Instead, people want to be reactive. Don't nobody want to hear nothing about, you know, I do believe in rehabilitation or inhabilitation. But after these folks go out here and commit these heinous crimes, these folks want to talk about, well, we have to rehabilitate them to send them back out to the world. Some of them do stuff so heinous, they ain't got no business back out in the world. Don't no victim's family want to hear nothing about no rehabilitation of somebody that has taken out their loved ones. That's an oxymoron. That's crazy. And you can't blame them. That's the reason why, you know, my dad always, and I'm really big on too, okay? Hey, Gotti 288. That's the reason why, okay, I always talk about being proactive, okay? Teach these kids how to read. First of all, we don't pay attention to stuff. Why are we letting them, well, I know in the Memphis area, let them get rid of the public schools, okay, and bring in the charter schools. So now the charter schools are simply operated on grants and things of that nature. So in order for them, okay, to keep their grants and keep their schools open, y'all, they have to just pass these kids. These kids can't even read. But if they have to have a percentage of the kids to pass in order to be able to keep the grants coming in for their schools, right? So what they're doing is they just passing these kids, and these kids can't even spell their name in boxcar letters. Well, we got to pass them because we ain't going to get the grant. Okay? It's a darn shame, and it's only happening in our communities. That's why I say, yeah, we pay attention to the president, and we should, but we have to pay attention to our city, county, and state politicians. Okay? We have to pay attention to that. Okay? Because they are the most important in your state. Those are the most important races in your state. You get governors and senators and congressmen who can write up laws and stuff. I mean, that's the reason why these folks ain't staying in jail long like they should. Okay? This don't make this. It's just like I said. A lot of it. Yes, we could blame a lot of what has happened on the powers that be, but we don't have to take responsibility for a lot of this stuff. Okay? These men can't even get a rap career unless they are degrading black women. Even when you see a white rapper rise up. Did y'all ever hear Eminem talking about degrading white women? Did y'all ever hear him? Do y'all even remember Eminem music? Did he ever degrade white women? Did he do it? And he made millions of dollars. It is only promoted in our community, and because black people ain't got no guidance, because black people supposed to be running the damn rap industry. Okay? Okay, he talked about his mama and his baby mama. Okay. But is it something that he promoted? He didn't promote disrespect of white women. He talked about the issues he had, the anger and stuff. I didn't like the way he handled it. He was on talk about his baby mama because he was in love with her and wanted her. Okay. He was just like a damn child with that. But you didn't hear him promoting disrespect of white women like that. Okay. But black men can't even get a deal unless they are disrespecting um black women. I'm gonna tell y'all something too about these powers that be. They understand the power of black people, and they've went and studied our history and our ancestors. That's the reason why so many people try to. Do y'all think that it is coincidental that they do everything to try to keep black people down? It is because people know how powerful we are, and if we ever tapped into that, we would be a force to be reckoned with. Okay, so they understand how powerful black women are. Okay, they understand that. They understand, other communities understand that black women are powerful and that black women are the blessing. And so they keep these black men disrespecting black women and things of that nature. And guess what's happening? Because God says that the woman is the blessing. And that's and God says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing and obtains favor from God, the creator. They disrespecting women, killing women, and look at what is happening to a lot of these black men. And it is because of what they're doing to black women. And a lot of these people in these back rooms understand that. That's the reason why you see a lot of white men now going and grabbing up black women and going over there to Africa, where they ain't been poisoned in the mind. They know their true power and stuff. They going right over there marrying black women because they want that favor. While these fools over here disrespecting black women and getting gutted out in the middle of the damn street because they don't understand that that connection is where their favor come from. Okay. Y'all ain't got to tell me nothing because I know. Okay. So they taking out people like Young Dolph and somebody who know the industry. Well, why y'all kill Young Dolph? Well, he was always bragging about popping his collar. Okay, now since Young Dolph been dead, we see everybody trying to mimic what he was doing. Okay, I just looked at it. Young Dolph was proud of where he had came from. Okay, it wasn't nothing wrong with that. It wasn't nothing wrong with that. And even our community is so messed up, y'all. Even if Young Dolph had not been popping his collar, they would have been jealous of him just knowing that a person is successful. I can't tell y'all. I sit up and I get tears in my eyes thinking about my dad sometimes because I thought about where my dad came from nothing and what everything he was able to obtain and how far he was able to go. And he had daggers. People was always sticking knives in his back. It was always sticking knives in his back because the higher you go, the more of a target you become. And my dad used to always say, well, because he would act like stuff wasn't bothering him, but he would stare into space sometimes and say, well, you know, it's so lonely at the top. And he would do a little laugh, and that hurts me when I think about that. Because it's a damn shame that a person can't be successful. And my dad did so much for the community. But because he was in a position to do it, instead of people being glad that God had raised up somebody that was brave enough to go against Pharaoh, they was jealous. Well, why Rick got to be the one to do it? Yeah, he got some flaws. Yeah, somebody came to me one time and said, did you know that you know I had heard that your daddy was dating this woman? I said, hey, he a married man. I said, well, ain't he a damn man? Ain't he? It's better that he date a woman than a damn man. Get your ass up out of my goddamn face, bitch. Don't you ever come to me and talk about my daddy. Okay? I guess vulgar when it comes to that. Okay, he a man. So it's better it was a woman than a man. Okay, now get out of my face, because you'll never shame me with that. Okay. But we get so caught up in what I guess she was mad because he didn't want her. Hell, I don't know. But she chose the wrong daughter. She chose the wrong one. Because if it had been one of my sisters that's married to that pastor, them pastors, they probably would have said, well, let us pray for you. Now, bitch, you got the right one. I see I came up out of the hood. Okay. And you don't talk to me about that one. Okay. But instead of being happy about what he was doing for the community, people was constantly throwing daggers in his back. Okay, consistently, instead of saying we showed thank God for what Rick has done for us. He unbought, and he gives back. Okay, instead you get the men mad because the women like power. They can't help that. And so women are attracted to whatever they think the power is. We're going to put a dagger in his back. We're going to try to do this. That comes with the territory. But instead of trying to suck up the knowledge that he put into the atmosphere and the greatness that he put out there and what he was doing for our community, people got about something, not everybody, but that jealousy demon rises up in people. And let me just tell you something. My daddy wasn't original. Whoever come behind him ain't gonna do it like him. They might do it just as well, but it's gonna be different. Everybody isn't original. That's why I don't know why folks sit up and watch folks all the time and try to be them. Okay. Okay. Oh, I hurt my throat when I because I got mad when I thought about that with my daddy. Because these folks is crazy. You think because maybe they hadn't met my sisters. Okay. You know what, real deal? I thought about that. That's what I'm gonna start doing, y'all. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Hey, Anissa. That is a good idea. Yeah, they love men in uniform. I see when I was working for the police department. I don't mean no harm. I know I be having police officers on here, so don't take this personal. But a lot of women love men in uniform. The ones that be out there patrolling, they don't even understand that they ain't even got no power. That's why when they say that's why when they be out there saying, well, women love men. Yeah. Well, that's why when they be out there and they be saying, well, I date me a police officer. Okay. He got some power. Well, okay. What are you gonna do? Not give you a ticket? Because the patrolmen out there don't have no power. See, and that's what I be trying to tell people, that when they was talking about this Young Dogs case, and they was talking about what the patrolmen that made the scene, these police is this. I said, y'all, those patrolmen ain't got no power. All they can do is make a scene. They make the scene. That's it. They don't have no power. They can't. Them police is that pull up on the scene, messing up the Young Dogs case. They can't even get into a case because they locked. That's for the investigators. I had been trying to tell y'all for the longest. Hey, I didn't work somewhere for almost 20 years not to know what I'm talking about. Right. But a lot of these women, these police officers got babies everywhere because the women want to date a police officer because they feel like they got some power. The patrolman now, so when folks get to talking about, well, she was dating them police officers, if it wasn't the chief, I wasn't dating him. Because when you start talking about, if I'm a date, it's gonna always be up. Okay, so that's how I know they lying. That people like to lie on you. Okay. And so, anyways, we're gonna move on from that. Ooh, yeah, I'm trying to fan myself. Y'all done made me preach myself into a sweat. And if I'm dating down, he coming up. Okay, let me just say that if I'm dating down right now, he gonna come up. Okay, if because he gotta have a drive and a plan. Okay, a plan that's gonna work, and he gotta be loyal. Because most women, that's the reason why I say that the woman is the blessing, right? Because what happens is when the woman is the blessing, right? When the woman is the blessing, okay. And a lot of men don't even understand, y'all. That's the reason why I get so many infidelity cases, okay? That's mainly like that's the majority of the cases that we get, a lot of infidelity cases. Um when these men have women that they have built with, and once that woman, because a woman knows how to accentuate anything, especially when she's smart and about her business, right? And he don't understand that his wife is the blessing. But once they start making money and he becomes more attractive to other women because he's this man of power, and he's this man, he's starting to make a lot of money. um Once he disconnect from his blessing, everything falls apart. Because another woman, just because she come in and she got the big breasts and big ass and she younger or whatever, she ain't got the mind that it took to keep whatever he got going. And that's the reason why the wives, you guys, go crazy saying if he gonna build with another woman, they gonna have to start over. Okay, because I'm gonna get mine, and they get it. See, people get mad at these women when they taking these men through hell, and they trying to get half of what they got. If they've been with him for a long time, she deserve it. Hey, Greg Finley. Okay. So, anyways. Yeah, we talked about a whole lot of stuff, didn't it? On this morning coffee. Not just policemen, any man that has power, military. They like firemen. A lot of women love firemen. And those firemen keep themselves in shape. Now, police officers gets out of shape. When they first come out the academy, they be in shape, and then they start eating all the damn donuts up at the gas station. But firemen have to keep themselves in shape. So they be at that firehouse, they be working out and stuff. But you have to be careful about these firemen that be at that firehouse with the men all the time now. I'm telling you what I know. Player coach said he the blessing, he came loaded with his own. The woman is the blessing. Okay. When a man findeth a wife, he finds a good thing. Okay. And obtains favor with God. Okay. And obtains favor from God. So God says that the woman is the blessing. Okay. And I think it's so unfortunate. Here's another thing I got to touch on too, because I have to talk to the women. A lot of women don't even know how important that they are. They don't even know that they are the blessing. That's the reason why when I see it's when people start talking about physical abuse, okay, verbal abuse is just as bad as physical abuse. You could tell an insecure man, especially based on when how they talk about women when they don't like women and stuff like that. That's a man that immediately comes into a relationship with a woman and start trying to verbally abuse her, that messes with her self-esteem. Most women, if she gonna be there with him, it's definitely she has self-esteem issues, right? Because I wouldn't be with a man that was cussing me out. You got one time to call me a bitch, and that's it. Okay. And but they immediately start messing with their self-esteem. Okay. Women are very, very powerful. Okay. The most important piece in the game. Okay. Because a man can have it together, and when he gets a woman, a good woman, she comes in and makes it better. It always happens. But it's unfortunate that a lot of women have been minimized to just being hoochie mamas, whores, bitches, or whatever. And the sad thing about it is they take on that. Yeah, I'm a hoe. Yeah, I'm a bitch. Bending all over. I be seeing sometimes young girls on social media bent all over, shaking their butt. Okay, they be on social media shaking their butt and stuff. Okay. And then you go with dog, I wonder what her mama and stuff. And then you look at it closer, like, damn, that's the mama next to her. So it's something going on in our community, y'all. And the sad thing about it is the mama might be in her 40s or whatever. So came from the era that I came from, where they know we don't do stuff like that. Like, we don't do stuff like that. Like, even women in their late 30s or whatever, that's still closer to our era, where it had not completely gone awry. They started putting those agendas in place, but they still had grandmothers and stuff that was able to instill some type of morals on the inside of them. I never understood why a woman would allow a man to whore them out. And now they use Puffy and like Young Miami to put that stuff into the atmosphere to desensitize us on TV. It ain't nothing right about somebody sitting up talking about letting a damn man piss all over her. That's sick. That's the sickest thing I ever heard. But the thing about it is, like, a lot of these millionaires and these billionaires that have been snatching up these kids, if y'all ever listen to some of these young white kids that had been put into human trafficking, or that was snatched up and became sex slaves, it was because their mind control stuff. I forget. Yeah, their mind control. That's real deep. And those that live to make it out, they talk about how these politicians and these presidents and these millionaires, that's the type of stuff that they did, y'all. And these are the people right now that owns the media. Hold on, y'all. Hello. Hey, boo. Good. Why they do that? Mm-hmm. Well, good. That'll be good. Where you at, picking the baby up? Oh, okay. You at home? Okay. Well, I'm gonna call you back when I get off of my vlog. Send me a picture of the baby. All right, bye. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Um, and so now what we see Young Miami promoting, this is the type of stuff. See, Puffy is like one of the gatekeepers, okay? And so they give him all of this stuff because he owns Revolt TV and all of that. He owns Revolt TV and all of that, okay? So what they do is they use Puffy to promote this stuff to the Black agenda. They use Young Miami, and they know young girls are impressed with Young Miami, so they put her on TV and promote that. Yeah, I like being pissed on. Since when has you catch hepatitis dealing with pee? Okay, so I guess this would be a good thing for the pharmaceutical companies. Folks talking about they letting folks piss all on them. Now everybody catching hepatitis and shit again. And if you let somebody piss on you, you ought to have hepatitis. Okay, you ought to have the worst kind, the C. Okay. But they use people like Puffy and all of them, okay, to promote this stuff, okay, to desensitize it. And now you hearing young girls say, yeah, I like golden showers. So if you listen to these kids that was in these mind control camps that were back in the 80s and stuff that they had stolen and molested and things of that nature, they talk about that's some of the stuff that these millionaires did. And these same millionaires own the media and the film industry and all of that, y'all. This stuff has been engineered like this. I'm telling you. Hold on, y'all. My baby sending me a picture of my grandbaby. I want to see her. I didn't see her today. Oh, I love her so much. Look at her, and she grinning too. I'm gonna upload this picture. Oh my God. She grinning, looking like a fat pumpkin. I'm telling you, yeah, she promote that she like golden showers. And so now you hear a lot of young girls talking about, yeah, I like golden showers. Y'all, why y'all think they go over there to Dubai all the time? And then they come back and start businesses. Why y'all think they got Glorilla? They say Glorilla talking about she likes stuff, nutty French fries and all that. That is disgusting. So then when she said that, they talk about Shaquille O'Neal talking about he want to marry her with his old ass. He ought to be ashamed of himself. But they use people like that especially come from nothing. And they'll say, I'll do anything. I'll do anything to never go back to having shit. So they go get the Black Youngsters and the Glorillas and the Young Miami and all of them that they know came from nothing. And they can use them to promote anything. And it's a sad thing. It is. It's a sad thing. It's a shame before God what is going on. I'm telling you, it's a darn shame before God. Girl used to come in my store, say executive used to pay come to Vegas and pay her $3,000 for oh my God, I'm telling you, they do. Like I was reading about like these girls was talking about what happened over in Dubai. You know, they go over there with those billionaires. You have to be careful when these men like going to Dubai. When y'all see a man that loves consistently going to Dubai, he going over there being a sex slave too. I'm telling you, they gets money from these billionaires. Just about everybody in Dubai are billionaires. They real rich. And so these girls say they go over there and they be with these I guess these Arabic men or whatever, and they have to do anything. They eat feces and have golden showers. They do everything, and they pay them $30,000 and $40,000. Okay, they're letting schools out early. Okay, because they say it's get ready to be a real bad storm. I ain't gonna even get to grill today. But that's okay though. I don't know what I'll make today. I got me some zucchini pasta. I may make me some chicken Alfredo with my zucchini pasta. And I make my Alfredo sauce homemade. It'd be so good. I make garlic, garlicky, because I love fresh garlic. Alfredo sauce. It'd be so good. Nobody can beat my Alfredo sauce. I need to bottle it up and sell it. Okay. Yeah, it's very sad. And so now you seeing they use these. I'm gonna tell y'all something. A lot of people like Kevin Gates, and I think Kevin Gates, I guess he's trying to make a positive change. But I truly believe when they started promoting Kevin Gates, because I never saw anything that was that spectacular about Kevin, but I'm happy that he was able, I guess, to make a living off of his craft, right? Because I can be happy for anybody. But I feel like the people that started putting money behind Kevin Gates, that started promoting him, the stuff that Kevin Gates was saying when he first came out, they was using him as a gatekeeper to promote incest. That's what I believe. Because Kevin Gates had did an interview years back talking about, that he found out he was messing around, sleeping with his cousin. And so then he was talking about his grandmama told him that was his cousin, and he wasn't gonna stop messing with her because her pee was too good. It ain't like she was my sister or something. He was saying that's using him to promote incest to the masses. So now you got people sitting up talking about, well, me and you second cousins, we can have sex. That is absolutely disgusting. You have to be very meticulous about what these celebrities start watching, what they promote, what they say, and what they promote, because when they put money behind them, it is to promote an agenda that is going to further destroy the Black community. And because these folks come from, from poor, living from poor areas, they do it. That's why you see a lot of celebrities that say, I don't want my child to be in the industry because, hey, they don't need to be. If a person is strong-minded, they make their own money and all of that, you're not willing to do anything. I'm telling you. I wish I could show y'all that interview. Hold on, y'all. I wish I could show y'all that interview. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. The I think he's a manager for Lil Wayne. If y'all haven't hit the like button, make sure y'all hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please make sure you do that. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can find it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see it. Okay. My city going to have their wedding anniversary starting later today. Oh wow. Okay. I can't find I found the interview, but interview quite long. But he was talking about the guy that was interviewing them asked, you know, about when they signed because one of them is Lil Wayne's manager or something. Or they, and they was talking about he said, let's just say this, if I was one of the record companies, he said, I got a contract for you to sign. He said, I ain't gonna sign it. He said, and I ain't gonna try to make you sign it. He said, so what I'm gonna do is if I got a contract for somebody to sign and they questioning me about this contract, okay? He said, you got questions about it, you don't want to sign it, you don't want to be on my terms, I ain't gonna give it to you. He said, I'm gonna go give it to this dude that's buddy that's got way less talent than you and put the money behind him and make him a star. And they'll do it for the fame. Okay. And so that's what's happening, y'all. Like, that's the reason why I say people got to get smart and stop being so hungry because they can put these record companies out of business. Okay. If they just said, look, I tell you what, we're gonna do it the hard way. We ain't get ready to deal with no record companies. Because one thing for sure, the record labels need the talent more than the talent need them, really. And they was mad at Young Dolph because he knew that. A-Star Tight Boy says, what's up with the hit at Privé last night? You know what? That was completely weird. Okay. It's been a lot of different stuff in the atmosphere, but I tend to believe that it was what I heard to begin with, that it was some two different sets that saw each other just from looking at the video too, and they got into it. That's what I believe. Snoozer Cake says, the woman is the gift and the man is the bag, bold and generous. Absolutely. Hey, rest in peace, young dog. Oh, you just getting the notification. I don't know what they doing with my notifications, but they ought to be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed. They also say Memphis and Mississippi. Yeah. It's already getting dark around our area. Mm-hmm. I don't even get notifications anymore. Wow. Shantae, unsubscribe and subscribe again. And that should reset your notifications. They are creating this bad weather research, CERN, NOAA, and weather modification LLC, erratic and inconsistent weather. Right. They definitely messing with the weather. When they start talking about this weather control or whatever, they messing with the weather. That's sad, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, you guys. Yes, they are messing with. Yeah, they're messing with the weather. They're doing a whole lot of stuff. They said now, they can fix it where they can cause a city to have a whole earthquake. They're able to make a city have a catastrophe like an earthquake or something like that. Y'all, we're definitely living in the last days. These folks evil. They're trying to completely destroy nature so that they can control everything. We've never seen so many people get sick. You know, the pigs and stuff that we eating right now, our grandmothers and stuff was killing pigs and eating pigs and stuff. They didn't have these ailments that we have. But now what I did find out was, like, back in the day, they weren't really, like, way back, like in the early 1900s. Y'all, they weren't drinking milk. They didn't drink milk from cows and stuff. They always breastfed their babies. Because they be moving, I would check from all. So you got to go back in and hit again sometime. So that's why I say, y'all, we have to watch these politicians and stuff. Right. They didn't drink cow milk. That's the reason why Dr. Sabi was saying get rid of dairy. And I have to pray because I love cheese. Yeah, I goes in the grocery store. And now what I've started doing is buying a little block of cheese. I likes to shred it. It's better when you shred it. Somebody told me that on here. Shred your own cheese. Y'all, that cheese and stuff be so, y'all, that pepper jack cheese. Whew, I love pepper jack cheese. I love Kobe cheese. Oh, I was in the grocery store the other day, and this little market, like in my community, and they had this garlic cheese. Oh, but Sargento is my favorite cheese. Sargento cheese be so good. I love Sargento cheese. Rest in peace, Young Doll says, Juk Norgotti still sent condolences to the people who got shot at his. Wow, that's messed up. They should have been doing a press conference, giving their condolences to the people that lost their lives. Definitely. Nene Lawyer says, I like cheese too. What brand you like? I love Sargento cheese. I love the Sargento brand. It's just, it tastes so good. Sargento tastes better than Kraft and all the other brands. I love Sargento. But my favorite, I love pepper. I love pepper jack because I love spicy stuff. So I buy a lot of pepper jack cheese, and I've started buying these keto crackers. I still like to eat cheese and crackers, so I like to cut up some little thin cheese slices and put it on like some crackers or something like that and eat. Y'all know I'm a true country girl, child. When we didn't have nothing to eat back when we was living in the projects and stuff, we could always. But see, we had that government cheese. I still remember we used to get that government cheese, and it was good too. They made the best grilled cheese sandwiches. I love Sargento cheese. I found this cheese called Gyro cheddar. It's white, and I promise you, I shred it and put it in my macaroni too, because I like to put a lot of different cheeses in my macaroni. It tastes so freaking good. I cut up some yesterday and ate some. Hog head cheese. I've never had that. I gotta try it. Hog head cheese. Why do you guys expect the unrighteous to do right? Well, that's true. Rest in peace, Young Dog says, at Letitia, it show they don't care about nobody but their family. But when some happen to them, gonna want the whole city to feel sorry, but we ain't. Hero Fix TV says, damn, Juk got that much power to call a press conference. That's no, they could have went on their social media pages and said something. Cracker Barrel. Oh, you know what? I've never bought Cracker Barrel, but I'm gonna buy Cracker Barrel cheese. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I want me a watermelon. I had went and bought me a watermelon last week. I ate that watermelon up so fast. And I'm gonna tell you something, watermelon good for diets, because when I eat watermelon, it fills me completely up. I promise you. Because it's water. But I want me a watermelon. I'm thinking about getting out in this weather before it start raining and going to get me I need me a watermelon. When it's that season, when I found me a good one too. It was so sweet. I ate that watermelon up so quick. So it's time. I'm going when it's the watermelon season, I go buy me a watermelon every week. Sherry says she like sharp cheddar. I like sharp cheddar too. I'm gonna tell y'all something too. If that cheese that they have, like when y'all go in Marshalls, that cheese that they have back there that they be selling, you know, it'd be a little expensive, but I'm telling y'all that cheese is good to put in some macaroni. I like to get my watermelon off the side of the road. Me too. I remember there used to be a watermelon man that sat on the side of the road on airways and homes. That man used to sit on the side of the road and sell his watermelon. I'll never forget. I was working in downtown, and me and my sisters look just alike. And one of the little dudes asked me. He said, "Don't you got a sister name?" He said her name. I said, "Yeah, I do." "How you know?" He said, "Cause y'all got the same face. I went to school with your sister." He said, "We went to elementary school together. We went to junior high school together." He said, "You was going over to the high school. We used to be looking out the window when you would leave school and cut class, y'all." I ain't gonna tell no lie. When I got to the 12th grade, if I didn't feel like being at school, I'd cut class in a minute and go home. He said, "We used to be seeing you cutting class going home." I said to myself, "You sure ain't telling no lie." And he said, I said, "Well, what you got? What you doing down here in jail?" He said, "Well, I got asthma and we was walking. It was real hot, and I started trying to have an asthma attack. So we had to take the watermelon man truck." I said, "Ain't this some shit?" They done robbed they actually robbed the man and took his truck, okay? But he's sitting up talking about he was having an asthma attack. I didn't see that watermelon man up there a day since. He was an old man. He probably be dead now though, but they was wrong. That man had some good watermelons. Because I can't eat a watermelon unless it's seeded. Get one from the Mexican grocery store, Miss T. They be having the best ones. That's my well, I'm gonna go to the Mexican grocery store. I want to do the Asians have them because we got there's an Asian grocery store actually in Memphis, in downtown Memphis. But I'm gonna find. I think there's a Mexican grocery store on Summer. I think. Yeah, watermelons are so expensive. I hate that they so expensive. Player Coach said, "Yep, by his house." Cheap chicken too. Oh, they have cheap chicken. Y'all know that's all I ever buy is chicken. But I ain't gonna tell no stories. I be hating to go in Kroger because Kroger got that peppered bacon and it's pork too. I can't help myself, y'all. I got some there right now. I wants to go put me a piece in the oven. Y'all know I put my bacon in the oven and let it cook. I goes into I goes into Kroger. Kroger have this peppered bacon where it's got pepper all over it. It's not salty or nothing. Oh, I love pepper so much, y'all. I love black pepper. It don't be spicy or anything like that. They have it seasoned so good. It don't be salty. And I be like, Lord, please don't let me get this pork bacon. Lord, please don't let me get it. And I be trying to walk past it, y'all. I do. And I keep looking back at it. I was like, Lord, I'm gonna get it. And I'll just cook one piece every now and again. It's in there right now. Because my pressure was up the other day. I don't want to cook it, but I promise you, I'm tempted to go cook. I just want one piece. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I learned to do because I buy avocado now, and I got this from Dunkin' Donuts. I take avocado and make me a avocado sauce, make it spicy, and then I like to put it on my keto. I cook that pepper bacon, I bake it, chop it up, and put it on the keto bread. When I tell y'all good, it is so good and it's healthy because it's keto bread, it's avocado, and I ain't gonna even tell no lies. You know, I guess that peppered bacon is pork. I guess one piece ain't gonna hurt though. Some of the watermelon men don't plug the watermelons like they used to before you buy. That's true. That's true. Rest in peace, young dog says y'all saw that dude B2B Savage who got killed after his girl killed dude who tried to invade his home. No, who is B2B Savage? Rest in peace, young dog. Who was B2B Savage? I've never even heard of an avocado pasta. Now you done put me on to something. I'm gonna have to look into that. So how do you make that black diamond avocado pasta? Nene Lloyd says, man, you can eat that out the shell, season it up, and baby, the avocado good. Is he a rapper from out of Memphis? Real deal. Oh Lord have mercy. Rest in peace, young dog says, I don't think he from the city. Okay. He from Cleveland. Okay. So rest in peace, young dog. What's been going on in the streets of Memphis? You know, I kind of what's been going on? Give us some tea. Give us some tea. Hold on, y'all. Real Disney says I'm back. I'm back. Black Diamond says, put avocado. Ooh, garlic. I love garlic. Avocado, garlic, olive oil, lemon juice, Parmesan cheese, and a little salt and pepper. Blend it up. Got a nice sauce. Ooh, make any pasta noodle. Woo, Lord have mercy, Lord. Ooh, I think I'm gonna make that today. Avocado. How many avocados do you use? Avocado, garlic, olive oil, lemon juice, Parmesan cheese. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see that. Let me go back up. Recipes, Young Dolph. What you say? I don't see your comment. Real deal. Lisa, they over here talk about avocado. Put that number in, guys. Hey, Miss Roberta. Okay. Rest in peace, Young Dog. Put that number. Put that comment back up. One whole avocado. Okay. That's what I'm eating today. Cause I got some zucchini noodles. Instead of Alfredo, I'm gonna make that avocado pasta. Oh, I can't wait. Oh Lord, thank you. Cause that'll be healthy. Let me take a picture of that recipe too, because I'll forget. And I go, what did she say? I have to come back and read. I'm gonna take a picture of that comment so that I'll know exactly what to use. Because I'm real forgetful. I can't wait. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. What you put in the comments? Say, because I didn't see it. Put that comment back up there because I missed it. Yeah, we'll do the numbers. Well, yeah, we'll do the numbers game. Well, we'll do the numbers game Monday. Mondays are really when we should do the numbers game because then y'all could buy y'all. That's buying lunch. Ain't nobody got to work tomorrow. Sometimes different. I'm gonna try it too, but not today. Yeah, I'm gonna try it today because I really didn't. I was gonna do grilled stuffed bell peppers, but it's getting ready to rain. Although the sun is coming back up, so I don't know. I drink first cold press extra dry virgin oil in the AM and before bed. My doctor says I have organs. Oh, you said first cold press extra dry virgin olive oil. Let me take a picture of that too. Because y'all already know I'm gonna buy it. Where you get that from, KS? Yet I'm taking a picture of that comment. Y'all know I'm going by all this stuff. First cold pressed extra dry virgin olive oil. TB21 says I got number 21. Nene Lawyer says, make sure you let us know how it tastes. It sounds good. I am. I'm gonna take a picture of it and put it on my page. Rest in peace, Young Doll says, but they was saying nobody from Pre better not claim none, or it's gonna be another situation like your big homie. And I commented it, Miss T. You probably missed it, Joyce. See it. Really? You ain't gonna have to worry about a lot of them too long, anyways, because they done got too careless and stupid. They're gonna be they're not gonna be on the street. You know what? I was looking at Mia J page one day, and she was playing. This doctor says that coconut oil, the real deal. Lisa, I hurt your feelings. Yeah, I think numbers should be on for Mondays because people have to work on Mondays. Real deal. Lee got up, coming in, ready to play that game. So I got some organic coconut oil in there too. But olive oil is good for you too. That extra virgin olive oil. I put spinach in it too. Avocado and spinach. I hope I got. I think I bought some spinach. If not, I'm gonna walk up there to that corner store. It's a Pumian brand organic. Okay, let me take a picture of that because I think I've seen that in I think I've seen that. I've seen that in Big Lots. Y'all, Big Lots is my favorite store. They gave Snoop a call from a private number. Also, they've been back, so they messing with Snoop bands again. Rest in peace, Young Dog says they gave Snoop a call from a private number threatening him. I know that coconut oil grows your hair for sure. You could use it for your hair too. They can't pick these ninjas up faster. I'm telling you, because what they're doing is they just too destructive. I mean, that's just messed up. They too destructive for me. And I'm gonna tell you something. They sending these folks out to do this stuff. What they doing is they recruiting people and giving them a false sense of, that they running it, that ain't nothing gonna happen, this and that. But they getting a bunch of fools to do this because they already know what it is. And they've been saying they're gonna get some else. They're gonna get some else whacked. This going on behind the scenes, though. Newski got to learn how to walk again. This one dude gonna be talking about it on his new tape. Y'all know who? Who gonna be talking about it on his new tape? Put his initial. How long before Juke Meatball head ass get picked up? I'm sick of him. Hey, M. Rose, the latest person who announced. Oh, I see. The latest person who announced the tape from that side. Oh, him. Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. They said they hear Straight Drop got some more songs coming out. It was probably already some stuff that they had in the vaults. Because Straight Drop, let me see something. Hold on, let me see something. Ooh. Straight Drop still in the hole. Mm-mm. He been in the hole longer than anybody I ever knew, but he's supposed to be coming out of that hole real soon. Um, yeah, they going to go on and drop the disrespectful stuff he got because he ain't getting out. Wow. Yeah, that was him talking in the background for sure, Rose. That was definitely him. But like I said, I was told it was two different sets that had ran into each other. Um, and you heard Paul Wright, Chief Paul Wright said that it has something to do with also um Paul said it had something to do with a robbery, and I tend to I believe that I believe it has something to do with a snatching of a chain or a robbery of a chain. Um, yeah, you it's weird. Okay, I'm gonna just hold that. Tamara, you seen what the cousin? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that he posted that somebody in felony response said that it had something to do with the girl, but like I said, I was told that it was two different sets. And although a girl could have been involved, I do believe that it had something to do with I'm almost sure of that, of a robbery, like Paul said, um, about a chain. Okay. And I ain't gonna even say what the chain had on it because this whole debacle is just crazy. Okay. Emerald says, Miss T, check your email, sent you a pic of bottle. Okay, let me look at it. Hold on, y'all. I'm checking my email. Okay, I got it. Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna definitely make sure that I get that. Hmm. Whoo, child. You guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button, y'all. Run the likes up. Run the likes up. Run them up until you can't run them up no more. Y'all hit the like button if you haven't. And Rose says, Yo Gotti's sister man was killed, Main, supposedly. Robbery, they supposedly took that off. They supposedly charged with robbery at the scene. The man was dead. They went in his pocket. Oh my God. Cousin Pastor has the video, but he should have took it down. Those men are on the floor with blood covered, and showing them dead wasn't nice. Oh yeah, Miss T. They put up another 100 too. But on Kenny, now they want him gone and tell you before his tape drop other dudes. So they put 100 racks on Kenny Money's head. These who put money on Kenny Money's head? No, they haven't. Be truly grateful. They haven't. These ninjas enjoy the fact that their horrible actions continue to disgust level-headed people. That's true. You're right. Because when people are mad because they already know what their fate is gonna be, they really start doing crazy stuff. It's a darn shame. You know what? I think it's more so that they're so dirty, they don't feel untouchable. That it's just that they are going to get people from these little dudes that's doing anything for some money and sending them out. They ain't telling these dudes how these folks watching them and get ready to arrest them. They're not doing that. But unfortunately, these little dudes that are in these gangs and stuff, they'll do anything for some money. And they're going to end up, I think they're trying to get as many of these dudes in trouble to go to, so they'll be in jail together. Okay, that's all that is, because that's what's gonna happen. And you see now they putting the death penalty up on the table. Kenny fighting with Lil Migos and Big 32. So Big 30 has inserted himself in the situation. So now Big 30 is messing with Kenny Money. Some Big 30 got himself in some shit. He trying to work with Youngster because what he going with Jizzle. But he effed up for real, for real. Oh wow. Hold on, let me see something. I hadn't even been paying attention to Big 30 page. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah. That's hard. Yeah.
Hold on, y'all. Oh shit. Oh. Hold on, y'all. I did mess up. More rims. Oh, child. Leave it to me to waste something. Lord. Hold on, y'all.
You too hard. Long live dog. Straight up. I go Foger Preferred Gardens. It's gonna have real threats. Stamp it. Go see what's up with them. Check their Telegram now. Tell them big money sent you.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, you guys. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hello? Hello. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay. It says, somebody says, I ain't gonna play about fat dude. I know he gonna make my bond and pay my lawyer up at CEO 30. See, you know what's sad? You know, these folks think that they can go out and commit crimes, and this is the mentality of these young dudes. They feel like, you know, Big 30 got the money to make lawyer fee. I mean, even if he makes a lawyer, if he pays for the lawyer, they still not gonna get off. And that's what they're not looking at. Yeah, big dog gonna pay for my lawyer. The lawyer have to go before the damn courts. You got to have a trial that you ain't gonna get off on. That's what I don't understand, the mentality of these dudes. Yeah, you're gonna give me a lawyer. Just because you got a lawyer don't mean you're gonna get off. It just means you're making a lawyer rich. And Big 30 ain't got no long money. Okay. Them death penalty cases hard to fight. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Hello. Okay, y'all. I am back. Hold on, y'all. These folks be so stoned out on drugs. It's just pitiful. Hold on for a second, you guys. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Okay. All right, I'm back, you guys. And Rose says Big 30 couldn't even go to Scar funeral because all Art and Art and Pre was there. He even posted a message on his IG. He is Pooh Shiesty best friend. I don't know why he on that. Wow. Nene Lord says, you heard about that drug that's putting sores on them called Trank. Yes! I think D-Mom was talking about that last night. Oh my God. And the sad thing about it is they know what the sores are doing and they're going to still smoke it. I agree with you, Monica. The whole city of Memphis needs to fast and pray for 30 days. And I'm serious. And that's going to bring down, I'm telling you, fasting and praying works. That brings down strongholds and that brings down the walls. I'm telling you. You are I agree with you 100% on that. I promise you I do. You guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, but definitely hit the like button. Okay. They up there with Chicago ATP. Facts, it happened on the E-way, and you know he well because Big Homie too trying to get Jizzle gone. They better leave they better leave let me see something. CEO Jesus says, I don't be knowing what to think about you niggas. I ain't hanging with no nigga that's into it with nobody. I call my nigga, y'all be different. Oh, that's CEO Jizzles. Hold on for a second. Y'all, what's Jizzle's page? For some reason I can never let's see, CEO Jizzle. I wonder do I be having the right page? That ain't the right page right there. How do I get to CEO Jizzle's page? Y'all know I don't know a lot about Instagram. Because I don't know how to get to it unless it's up at the top of my page. What's the name of CEO Jizzle's page? Oh, they deleted his page? They mad because Jizzle had did that to Lil Migo and Kenny and them was laughing and even got the chain back. But weren't they laughing when Dolph was killed? Dolph lost his life. Okay, that's way more detrimental than a chain. Rest in peace, Young Dog says that Emeralds Lamigos came to the hood the other day. with sticks. And Miss T, his page got took. Wow. They need to leave CEO Jizzle alone. Lord, these folks.
I'm a gangster, you nigga move slop. You nigga know that I'm a gangster, why I choose to play? I slap the city solo, I know where you bitches stay. And if I find out you playing both sides, shoot you in your face. I heard your nigga, he got smoke with a gun on his waist. We smoking new sky out the pack and say I caught one to the back. Shit, Junior did too, but I'm...
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Miss T, please be safe. They are talking heavy about Mississippi weather. You know what? They it was getting dark, like it was getting ready to rain or something like that. And now the light has come back up. I don't know. I want Jizzle and them to be careful because I'm gonna tell you something. Like it bothers me for people to think that they can just take folks' lives. Just because they're mad. Folks have always beefed. Okay, they've always beefed on wax or whatever they call it. But when you start talking about taking somebody's life, that's different. And so what's getting ready to happen is we get ready to start seeing a mass of black men going to the death chair, and it's gonna happen. And they're not going to start introducing the death penalty and just letting these folks sit on death row. They're doing it for a reason, because you're gonna start seeing Tennessee light that electric chair up. That's the reason. That's the very reason why, y'all, that Steve Mulroy was saying that they're getting ready to start putting that back into the atmosphere. And I think it's a damn shame when you have black men saying, well, Big 30 gonna pay for my, because see, this is what they put, like people like Gotti and them put into the atmosphere. Man, little nigga, you do this, I'm gonna pay for your lawyer's fee. Look at what he said to Straight Drop on his Instagram when this stuff happened. My nigga go to jail, I'm gonna get him out. And then they turn around and turn their back on him because them lawyers get real expensive, right? They get really expensive. But it's a shame that these folks are so misinformed or ill-informed that they feel like that they can go and commit a crime and then turn around and say, well, this person got the money to give me a lawyer. That's just like 10% of the battle. You got to go before a court and you're going to be convicted and you're never going to get out again. And that's the point that they are missing. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. That's what they be trying to say. He wasn't the shooter, but R was supposedly in the vet. Texas Fridays. Yeah, Texas don't play. I'm gonna tell you something about Texas. They don't play. But I told you, even before I knew, like, I remember, like I said, when I first started vlogging on the Young Dolls case, I was just vlogging on it. Hell, I wasn't trying to find out no information or anything like that, because with that case, with the type of people that Young Dolph, I'm talking about trying to find out what happened or this, and that. I already knew that they knew what had happened to Young Dolph, right? And they was working on that. But I remember somebody saying to me, and all of this stuff is like coming to pass now. And I think they was deleting my videos, but I had put this into the atmosphere. Y'all mark my word. Y'all gonna be able to say that I told y'all. Okay. I remember somebody saying to me, these niggas ain't gonna be able to come from Texas and come into Memphis and pop folks and go back to Texas, or vice versa. They ain't gonna be able to even go back through Arkansas either. And I said, y'all, these people working on something. And that was almost like a year ago that somebody just had said that to me. And when I think about this stuff now, because contrary to what people think, I ain't investigating no Young Dogs case. I'm not investigating that case. And when I think about all of this stuff that they're putting together now, I was like, these folks, especially when a person told me that these people been knowing what was going on, and they've been knowing a lot of the players. And they had already started working with officials in some of these other states and stuff like Texas and Arkansas to make sure they start cornering and being able to work with these folks to get a lot of these people. A lot of these folks think they smart. They come in from other states, they popping folks, or they go into other cities and they popping folks. And these folks have started working together. And you're right. What made me think about that is Texas ain't playing. And we see Steve Mulroy kind of taking on the same energy as some of those people, some of those legislators and stuff, some of those officials in Texas. So you're right. But I told y'all, when that person told me that almost a year ago, these folks ain't gonna be able to think they're gonna come into Tennessee and knock folks off and go back to Texas. They ain't gonna even make it out of Arkansas if they make it out of Tennessee. I said that almost a year ago because somebody said that to me. Monica J says she thinks the fat one was BY. Joy Loves God says, right at Monica J, that ninja in debt up to his eyeballs. Monica J says, you see, Jay-Z don't remove Gotti from the table. Don't remove Gotti from the table. Rest in peace, Young Dog says, Newski, Big 2, and Straight Drop definitely was on the scene. They was all money hungry and wanted to help CMG take over. That's why shit going down. Monica says, you see, Jay-Z done remove Gotti from the winner's table. I sure said it, Joy Loves God. I said it. And all of this stuff is coming to pass. Okay. And, that's one of the reasons why God has put into my spirit so strong. The reason why I be on top of these OGs' heads, they don't give a damn about these young dudes. I know they act like wild animals, but they could at least try to help to guide them in the right direction. If they weren't trying to pay them crumbs and stuff to go do their dirty work, a lot of this stuff wouldn't even happen, right? And so I told you, I think I said from the very beginning last year, I said, y'all, they working at draining the swamp. So wherever the money coming from, first they're gonna drain the swamp, then they're gonna convict, they're gonna indict them and put them in jail. Okay. So a lot of these folks think these people got a lawyer money for them. The first law of survival is self-preservation. They're gonna need to pay for a lawyer for themselves. They ain't got no loan money. So they're gonna say, no, little bro, I was gonna help you, but the lawyer taking all the money. I gotta fight for my own life. Okay. So when you do wrong, it never works out the way you think. And I can't understand how these folks, these men are Captain Saberholes now. They don't even do that for their women and children, but they jumping in front of bullets for other men. They talking about their baby mama like a dog, and she over there taking care of his kids. Okay. If he don't like her, she's still over there taking care of his kids. He ought to respect her for that reason. I ain't taking no bullet for that bitch, but she taking care of your kids. But you'll jump in front of a bullet for another man just because you want to be in the inner circle and get crumbs. What in the hell going on today? Okay. So these folks better think this stuff. They better rethink this stuff. And y'all know Arkansas don't play. I be halfway scared half of the time to go over in Arkansas when I have cases. And I make sure I call both police departments. Look here. I'm a Black woman. I's a Black woman. Okay. And I got some Black investigators with me. Please don't shoot. We're going to be in this area, okay? And a lot of times their deputies and stuff will pull up on us, to see how we look or whatever. They be cool. But I shall be saying, please don't shoot. As a black woman, please. We just over here investigating. I just hollered T Captain Save on you. Super says they have been asking us to take these rappers out because their own kind too scared to do anything. We don't need your money. We do this because it has to be done. Super, what you talk about? We are majors and commanders of the military. Well, hey, look. Well, hey, if you taking out the bad ones, Super, I ain't got nothing to say. Super, if you taking out just make sure you take out the right ones. Oh my God, these folks crazy as hell. I tell you, Lord have mercy. I couldn't make this stuff up. Oh my God. Oh. Lord have mercy. I couldn't make this stuff up. I just couldn't make it up. Super, just make sure y'all hit the right ones. It seems like to me y'all ain't getting the right ones. Hell. Lord have mercy. Well, Super, how come the ones that's out being destructive still got their asses on the street? Y'all ain't taking out the right ones. How come they still out there? Y'all ain't doing no good job. Y'all sure ain't doing no good job. These folks is stone crazy. I'm telling you. Monica said because they are with the Albanians. They are with the Albanians. I tell you. Lord have mercy. The Albanians. Who next? I was Super. Who next? What rapper y'all gonna get next? I want to know. I want to know if y'all on the right track. Okay, who next? Oh shoot, y'all! I thought y'all was, and those the wrong ones. I thought you was talking about somebody else. They said Drake is palm colored. He protected. you see what rest in peace Young Dao said. Super, don't come up in here and talk about no sexual assaults now. We're gonna block you now. He says Soldier Boy funny though. Oh shit. Super, y'all military ain't shit. Y'all is targeting the wrong damn folks. Super, they said, when is y'all gonna get Yo Gotti? When? Super, I need to know your answer. Is Yo Gotti on the list? We want to know if Yo Gotti on the list, Super. Yes or no? Super, is Yo Gotti on the list? I guess he didn't want to respond no more. He said Yo Gotti ain't on the list. Why not, Super? Why isn't Yo Gotti on the list? It takes super too long to answer. I guess super gone. Monica says super got that them plastic G I Joe men thinking he in the military. well, we know. Let's see. I just blocked super. I went ahead and I. Somebody said it's super that new Fabo gold. They said Fabo is super. Yeah, I went on ahead and blocked super because super wasn't talking right. Okay. Super, I block you myself. You go on and make another page. All right, y'all. We've been on here for almost like almost 3.5 hours. Okay, I got on kind of late this morning. We had late morning coffee. I blocked him. Hold on, I'm gonna call you right back when I get off live. All right. All right, you guys, let me get on off of here. I enjoyed being on here with y'all today, y'all. I told y'all I'm not working for 30 days or more. I thought about the more I think about not working for 30 days, I go, why not do 60 days? I might not go, but I might not work for 60 days. I'll still go and like record shows for my clients because they, I have to do that. But other than doing some other work, I'm not gonna. I might take. I don't know. I might take 45 days off. I don't know. Maybe I'll take 30 to 45 days off. 45 days would be a month and a half. That'll give me enough time to get everything situated, to recuperate and kind of get used to. Y'all know what? I fear going to my office because I be thinking my dad gonna walk through the studio door. I'm so used to him walking through that studio door. So I fear going over there now because I know he's never gonna walk through that door again. But the good thing about it is that I'll probably be moving my studio really soon into one of my dad's buildings. Um, it's a better area. It's I don't know. I don't know if I want to be in that studio anymore. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna just let God lead me. That's the reason why I said, um, I don't know. God, you're gonna have to tell me what to do. But anyways, you guys, look at me talking out loud, y'all. I'm not crazy. I just got a lot on my mind. Um, it was a blast. Yeah, it was a blast. It was a blast. It was a blast. Even Super came in here. Super was hilarious. When he said we are the military and commanders, I'd scream. Super, go make another page, okay? But Super, we knew you was we knew you was trolling the whole time, but Super started trying to push an agenda. I had to go ahead and block them. I don't like it when people try to push agendas in my chat, okay? Because we know that Blueface ain't killed dog. Moneybag, you're opening that restaurant today. I think he had already had some type of soft opening. Child, all he okay. I was getting ready to say something. Hold on, you guys. Let me see who this is. Oh, that was Commissioner. One of the. I guess I need to tell these people when my dad's funeral and stuff is, and all of that. Yeah, one day at a time. Definitely one day at a time. I be dreading calling some of these folks back, especially when they call and ask about the funeral and stuff like that. But I need to do all that today, right? I gotta do that today. Um, because people start, they get to asking questions and stuff like that. And I could talk about it, but um, just I know when to stop talking about it. You know what I mean? When I feel something. But when people start, saying, "Oh, your dad was this and he helped with that and he did this and that," it starts at this point. It starts to hurt me. That he won't get to do those things anymore to help people and stuff. Um, yeah. Thank you, Daryl. You know what? I haven't been, but I'm going to Hero Fix TV. And he wrote Fix TV. Guess what? Before my dad passed away, we was looking at um coming on extending our network to Chicago. Once, later, I'm gonna do that still. To Chicago and the St. Louis area still. So when we get, everything settled with all of this, probably in like a month and a half, I think I'll be ready to resume with things. But like, he left directions of how he wanted us to do everything. So definitely, like, he wrote out the programs he wanted us to continue on with the museum. And definitely one of my first priorities. It's funny because I was sitting here thinking today, I'm gonna tell you how good God is. I was sitting here thinking today, I was like, dog, my dad one of the first things he want is for us to incorporate that GED program so that people can get their GED. And I was thinking about that today, and I was like, I need to speak with County Commissioner Brooks. And I promise you, I was just sitting here and she called me and texted me. I was like, wow, I was thinking about her this morning because she would be the person that I need to work with to, get the funding and all of that, to get everything up and going. And she just called me a few minutes ago. So I was like, God, when things are supposed to be, God, my dad had put that in my mind. I was thinking about that this morning. I truly believe that he was. And for her to call me as I was sitting here on live, I was like, that's just my dad still making the connections, that I need, and that is imperative. I'm not going to sit on that. I definitely plan to have a GED program going before this year is out, definitely. Because my dad always felt like people, when they was confident about having their education and stuff, it made them want to do better, so I'm working on some stuff. I'm going to sit down with her and come up with some criterias and stuff. And we definitely want to take people back. I want people to get their education. Once we start to see that people getting their education, learning how to read and things of that nature, watch and see, don't this crime rate go down? The city of Memphis, and I've started networking with politicians in Mississippi also. Since I live in Mississippi, I was like, I need to touch both. I've even started networking with people in Arkansas. So if I can get the whole area, that would definitely be good. I know Arkansas, for some reason, they're not as open as Mississippi and as Tennessee, but definitely around my area that I live in and that I'm in every single day. Because the Mississippi educational system is messed up also. My sisters are counselors, which is a good thing. That is a very good thing. They're licensed counselors. Once people get their mind right, the young adults and things of that nature, they get their education and they're going to build a vocational school in my dad's name, okay, which is so wonderful. I think, and some of the city officials are doing that, and I just think that is so freaking awesome because I want to see that. I do. I want to see people. Everybody is just not meant to go to college. So if we can get these people educated, teach them how to read, help them to get their GED and things of that nature, they can get some counseling, and then they go to vocational school. I mean, they can go start their own business. We got to start back teaching our children about carpentry, how to work with their hands and stuff, painting, stuff like that. Wooden shop. I used to love shop when I was in junior high school. We was building wooden tables and stuff like that. They could start their own furniture store. Like, they got it set up to make our kids believe that they have failed if they don't go to college. That's not true. Everybody, college ain't for everybody, but you can go to a technical school like a lot of these millionaires are doing and take up a trade and go and become a millionaire. You ain't just rapping ain't the only way out the hood and being a hit man, okay? That ain't the only way out. And so that's what I want to incorporate. I got to continue on that legacy for my father. Okay. And so when things like this happen, when I think of something and I say, I need to reach out to this person and they call me, that's God letting me know that I'm hey, you're right on the right track. So let me get off of here and call her back. I definitely appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. And it seems so weird that now I gotta deal with these city officials without my dad, you know, because he was always the person. I was just always behind him, you know what I mean? But I guess he started introducing me to these people and putting me in positions so that we could continue this on, so that I could have relationships with them. Because he would always say, you need to get to know this person, you need to talk to this person, you know, because when I'm off of I move off of the scene, you need these people, you're gonna need these people. And I would always say in my mind, my dad ain't going nowhere because he's too stubborn. You know, my dad is a fighter, he'll never go nowhere. I honestly believe that my dad would live to be about 100 years old because he was such a fighter. I truly believe that. Even when he got sick, I was saying in my mind, oh, I'd be so glad when my dad recovered. It just never, I was never even able to digest. It was never a thought in my mind that he would not recover until the week that he died, when I told the doctor, well, what can we do? What can we do to get my dad well? And I guess I had to digest it when the doctor said there's nothing that could be done. There is nothing that could be done. He's not going to get well. You know, and even then, like, I still had some glimmer of hope because I was like, this doctor don't know my dad. I've been with this man my whole life. He always fighting. And so my aunties was walking in and was like, when you gonna get up, brother? Because you always been fighting. You always fighting folks for the people. You always fighting. When you gonna get up? You know, we know you ain't tired yet, you know. So that's why I also, one of the things, because I lost my grandmother from complications of diabetes, and I've lost my dad from complications of diabetes. And it runs in my family. Although my mother has never suffered from diabetes, that's definitely something that we need to talk more about in the Black community. I don't know what it is that they're putting in the foods, but I think it is something to trigger our sugar or whatever it is that causes us to have diabetes. Because a lot of this food that we've been eating, like this pork, our grandmothers and stuff was eating this stuff for years. They didn't have no diabetes and stuff like that. But we got to start. That's something that I'm definitely passionate about talking about at this point, because it is a $1 billion industry at this point when you get diabetes and you have to go have your foot amputated. And that's another thing. Like, a few years back, my dad had to have one of his toes amputated, right? So that's why he started wearing Crocs and stuff all the time. Like, people would go, my dad was just so simple. Like, I would go buy him, like, for Christmas, like I would go and buy him like Adidas or like Nike or something like that. And he'll say, why you buying me this name brand stuff? I don't need this stuff. But I always did that. I was like, Dad, why you go in the store and you buy Bobos? He was like, I don't care about that stuff. But my dad did very well for himself. He did. He came from nothing and he created everything, okay? And he didn't care about no name brand stuff, right? So that's right. Just remember what he taught me. And so, but you know, he would wear Crocs and stuff. He would be all on TV. And I would say, Dad, I got to crock your feet out. Why don't you just, you know, but once he started, you know, they amputated his toe. And, you know, I made sure that I tried to make sure that my sisters and everybody tried to make sure he was eating right. And then he went to the hospital again. And my dad, because he was hiccuping, and then they told him, I was sitting there, it was like, oh, by the way, we're going to need to amputate. It looked like you're developing gangrene. They scared him on this other toe. I think we need to amputate that other toe. Watch these medical officials, because they getting rich off of sickness in the body and killing our people. And I'm telling you, my dad said, what? I ain't had no problem with that feet. They was like, oh yeah, gangrene is setting up. We need to go and amputate that toe before you leave the hospital. Do you know how much my dad had excellent insurance that they was charging his insurance by doing that? So all of this stuff our community just need to be educated. I know I be talking about our community, but I love the Black community. And I think because even like in Africa, all of the resources and stuff is in Africa. And you know, they want the Africans to stay sick and uneducated while they go over there to Africa and steal all the gold. All of the resources and minerals and stuff is in the motherland, which is Africa, but they never want the Africans to know that. That's the reason why they keep them oppressed, depressed, sick, and all of that. Okay. And that's the exact same thing that they're doing in another way to the African Americans. Okay. But all we have to do is stop killing out leaders. Black people gonna have to learn to control that jealousy. And yes, they are. The killing field is the hospital. Absolutely. You're right. It's always good, little Miss Muffin. And I hate that my dad did not do that. Because the doctor came in and kind of shocked him and made him think that it was urgent, that we got to do this because it's gonna spread. We got to do this right now. So they give them that sense of urgency where they don't even feel like they can go get a second opinion. The first thing they'll say is, oh, well, I guess I got to do it. You know, if the doctor is saying there's an urgency, I need to do this right now before I leave the hospital because I don't want this to spread out through my body. This is what they're doing to our loved ones, y'all, so that they don't go get a second opinion. Okay. So, like I said, we're gonna continue on with what my dad wanted us to do and left behind, and that's what we're gonna do. Like, I remember last year, I was like, dog, I sure would like to I would like to have my studio in this certain area. I'm not gonna say what area it was. And I remember my dad saying to me, he was like, I went and I bought thank you, Kimberly, for the Cash App. My dad was like, I went and bought some properties, and he said I almost bought the whole street up. And he was like, but the good thing about it is like they're getting ready to, that's going to become a commercial area. And I remember saying to myself, I was like, dog, I sure would. If I could put my studio and my PI company here, it's around where a lot of lawyers are, I would be in business. I was like, well, this area right here is going to be really expensive. And I was like, my dad going to, rent, fix these houses up and rent these houses back out on this street that he bought these houses on. And it just so happened that, I was thinking that just last year, and here it is this year. God had put that in my mind, and I'm going to have the opportunity more than likely to put my business in one of those houses. See, God, God is just awesome. It's just God is awesome. But anyways, you guys, I want to thank you all for getting on, because I could go on and on talking about my dad, and I have so much going through my head. I be kind of talking out loud. I be thinking and talking out loud, and I be saying stuff y'all probably don't even want to hear. But I thank y'all for getting on. The morning coffee was awesome. Like I said, I kind of want to do this every morning if you all want to do this. And I'll be thinking of some content. Y'all know we always talk about Young Dolph, but we're going to start talking about a lot of this other stuff too. And of course, when I get some tea on the Young Dolph's case, but I'm gonna tell I told y'all my auntie. Well, I don't know if I told y'all that, but anyways, the Young Dolph's case is already solved. I think I already said that. And they already know what happened to Young Dolph. They knew what had happened to Young Dolph. Folks starting to really text me now, y'all. They knew what had happened to Young Dolph the night the night that it had happened, right? They knew everybody was involved. And I always tell people, I think I've always said from the very beginning, and I have to be very meticulous about what I say, because you don't want to put too much into the atmosphere, because these folks investigating their case. And all I could do is kind of tell you about when somebody trusts me and tell me something. Well, when they, the people that's actually investigating the case, right? But I always have said, be patient, be patient. And let these people do what they're, they know exactly what they're doing. I don't think it's a bad thing that they put Caroline back down there, because Caroline and Tony and them, they have a lot of new investigators, and they really need that experience, right? Um, over these investigators. But Caroline and them are even on their way out of the door too, right? But just be patient with this Young Dolls case and let it play out. I think I've always said that there is nothing hidden that has not already been revealed. Like, I know a lot of people go, but they need to investigate so that they can find out. They already know. And so that's why I say be patient, because with investigations, you have to be patient. You can know that somebody did something, but you have to get concrete. And with this Young Dolls case, they're dealing with a lot of money. And so when they're dealing with a lot of money, what they do is lawyers, high-priced lawyers, only win because they find a little small loophole in a mistake that the prosecutors make, right? All they do is look for something that they can tear apart. Even though they know their clients and stuff are guilty, they look for some way that they can manipulate the law. Just pay close attention to the Young Thug's case. We know Young Thug is more than likely guilty, but what his lawyer has been doing has been getting stuff thrown out based on little mistakes that the prosecutor and stuff made, right? We saw that. And so these lawyers and stuff know that. And then too, one of the first things that they tried to do, I think I said that, was try to find witnesses, because they know without the witnesses, a lot of times things tend to fall apart. But with over 200,000 pages of evidence and counting, it ain't no way in the world that none of these folks gonna get out of this stuff. I think it was a good thing they did by, bringing the feds in which I'm sure the feds was going to be in it anyways, because more than likely some of that money, some of that hit money was brought over state lines and stuff. Some hits, kind of whoever it was probably, was in another state. I don't, some people can have lived maybe in the city of Memphis or in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, or something like that, but then they go and move other places. So, and they might be their permanent residents in another state, even though they might have lived in a state before. So, you know how that is. I'm just saying. But like I've said, just be patient. Let the people do what they do. Ain't no vlogger solve the Young Dolls case. They couldn't possibly. Okay, we couldn't possibly solve this case. We couldn't. What vloggers can do is entertain you. And what vloggers can do is try to piece some stuff together to entertain you and give you theories, right? Especially if they don't know anybody on the inside. And that's cool. The only problem that I've had is that I know that some of these vloggers will put here to try to find witnesses so that they could hurt them. Okay, but I think the FBI quickly jumped on that, and they still doing crazy stuff. But FBI on there too. Okay, so just wait it out. I love hearing about it. Thank you, Roberta. So just wait it out and pray for Young Dolls' family and children so that there can be justice in totality. I don't know everything as it relates to the Young Dolls case. I don't, and I'm not gonna get on here and try to fake like I do. Like, it's some things that I don't even know what's going to happen until it's getting ready to happen. Or if somebody say to me, well, I could say that it's going to be more indictments because somebody told me that it was going to be more indictments, that some more people were going to be indicted, and then they were going to work on indicting some more folks. So I can say that. I mean, it's not something that I'm doing. It's something that the only reason that is able to happen is because of the good work of the investigators and the federal agents, right? You talk about over 200,000 pages of evidence. I'm trying to figure out how they think they're going to go up against that. So what they're going to start trying to do is play dirty, right? So I'm glad I found you for truth. That's right, little Miss Muffin. If the case solved, how come the people ain't arrested? That's true. All of the people aren't arrested, So pray for the witnesses, pray for, young Dolph's family, and even pray for the family of these young dudes that did this to young Dolph. Because a lot of these folks get themselves caught up in stuff that they don't even have to be in, and they cause their family a lot of heartache and pain. Because in the end, what these little dudes don't know, when this young Dolph's trial is over, whoever is left out on the street ain't gonna have nothing to do with them. They only deal with them now so that they won't tell on them, right? So sometimes that's why I always say, like, the perpetrators, the suspects that did this, I'm sure their families are going through something too. It's embarrassing when you got to see your child consistently on TV, being accused of killing somebody. It could have been anybody, that I know for me as a mother, if I had a son and I was looking at my son on TV for being accused of killing somebody else's child, killing a famous rapper, killing, especially as public as this case is, I would be extremely devastated. I would be devastated, that my child, first of all, even did something like that or was being accused of doing something like that. That would devastate me a whole lot. Okay. But anyways, you guys, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I truly appreciate you guys so much. Okay. I want you guys to know that I love you so much. Okay. When Dolph got killed, the cops ran, so got arrested. Hero Fix TV, you sure know what to say. They sure did. They ran right over there for a reason. Okay. They ran right on over there for a reason. It was, like I said, that was a sad time because it was like World War III in Memphis. Okay. Because I say this all the time, like, these dudes with money, they call these hits and stuff, and then they go back out of town, jump on they private planes and go back to their mansions and go underground. And these little dudes that they had to do this stuff be left in the hood. Okay. And so, because even the people that cared about young Dolph, just like the police knew, they knew exactly where this thing came from, right? They knew exactly what had happened. And so, unfortunately, a lot of the young dudes that had to go back over to the hoods, they was getting shot up. Okay, they was getting shot up because there was a lot of people heard about what had happened to young Dolph, but they did not. The police did not put that out there. We just saw Chief Davis say, if you don't have to go out, don't go out. Because I'm hearing that Privé was even shot up. Okay, I know they tried to deny it, but I don't. They said that it wasn't true, but I don't know if it wasn't. I think that it was true. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, I think that it was true. All right, that it was shot up when young Dolph was killed. They denied it. They rebuffed, but I think that it was. I believe that it was. Okay, but I don't know. But I believe that it was. Okay. But anyways, you guys, that's the reason why the police ran over there. Okay. But anyways, you guys, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Real Talk with Tamara. I want you guys to know that I love you guys. And I might get back on tonight if I have an opportunity, okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.